Okay, so since you're D1, right? Or Master
Yep.
Tier, I'm gonna guess like this, okay? The account you're D1 on is like 60% win ratio D1. It's a botted account. Uh, you're an ADC main, right?
Yeah.
It's a botted account that you do Q abused on playing. You probably have one champion that's like 70% win ratio that you're really good on, but for you play every champion because you think you need to. But then you also have a main account which is like probably 49% to 51% in D2 or less, and you just don't play that because well, because the Lamar was ruined mid-season, so you got into botted, and then you got into a Smurf queue, which means you flew past like D4 really fast, especially if you do Q abused, and then you plateaued at like D2, D1, and now you're stuck for like months or weeks in that master tier to D2 hell. Is that correct?
One part of it is correct. The part about my main account. So my main is Diamond 4,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, 50% win rate. What you'd
Mm-hmm.
expect, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was during this season one time on Diamond 1, but during the Corona crisis, the first time in our country when we went into lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
me and my friends did played a lot of tournaments, and like back then it was just for fun, and I was put into top lane, and so I started playing top lane also in solo queue, but it was solo queue Diamond 1, and I had no clue about top lane, so I dropped down to D4 and got super tilted and never climbed out of it again. But on my main, I didn't. Oh, on like the Smurf account, I guess you can say, where they can link you both of them.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Um,
If you have any other accounts, I'd appreciate them too. All right.
yeah, sure. It's this my main account, the 50% win rate.
Uh huh.
Um,
I mean, yeah, Caitlyn, by far the best in the ratio.
yeah,
Expected.
and I don't play duo queue, or I guess I have like 20 games duo queue on my Smurf, so I play solo queue on it, like the one that's Diamond
Uh-huh.
1 and Master. And I also hit Diamond 1 like in last week,
And you're
and also
almost,
hit Master last week.
and you're
Or
almost
like
60%. And you have one champion that you're
yeah,
really good on, which is Caitlyn. But
yeah,
then
Caitlyn,
you,
Kai'Sa, and Ashe, I guess, or
uh,
Samira, but
I mean, I think it's just Ash being broken. Looking at your stats, it doesn't seem like you know much about Ash.
no, I'm pretty bad on Ashe. But when I see my spot picking Lulu, I guess that's just a free win, and I pick it.
Interesting.
So I think actually that my best champion is Kai'Sa, like from
Yeah, but she's bad.
like playmating. Yeah, I know she's not
I,
in the
I
best
I
spot.
love Kai'Sa too. It's like my most played champion for season 8,
Yeah,
season 9, and from like majority of season 10. But she's really fucking bad. Let me
yeah.
tell you that much. She's in a terrible spot. Yeah, I mean, spamming Caitlyn to be expected. Don't know why you're playing Samira. I mean, obviously she's broken, but like, this is a temporary Ela champ.
Yeah.
If you climb with that, you're never gonna hold your Ela, because it's gonna get nerfed. Real fast. Can't stay away from it for now. Alright. And yeah, so you don't have. I guess you have a couple champions that are like 60%, but not like 70% champions. You do almost have 60% ratio on this, which means you're getting put not in the Smurf queue, but like the fucking weird like Perma Evelyn Talon queue. You know what I mean? Where like there's like, yeah, there you go, 62%
Yeah.
ratio jungler in your game. What is this? This is a hard stuck. Yeah, but you get those like weird fucking like people that are
Yeah.
absolutely like, you don't know what the fuck. They're coin flip basically. Like, you either have the fucking hard stacks that are like trying to climb, or you have like the coin flip. You never have like the super small for it, but never either have like the complete boosted, right? Yeah, there's the Evelyn. Oh, holy shit, hard stack Rangar main. Yeah, alright, so there's that. Now I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
What do you have, like what's your actual goal out of this coaching, out of like league and stuff? Like what's the end goal here?
Like my end goal is I really want to try going pro, but I mean like right now I'm Diamond 1 master, so how the fuck should I go pro? Like
I mean,
what you would
yeah,
want me.
yeah, exactly.
And so my goal right now is at least this season master or just go as high as possible. It's not like once I hit master, like that I must stop playing. Like, I mean, obviously since I already dropped out of it, but it's not like I want to finish master, but I want to improve as much as possible this season, and then aim as high as possible, as high as I can for the next one, and like the goal for the next season is challenger, because this season, like, there's no way I'm gonna get anything done.
I mean, you're gonna probably get like grandmaster in preseason.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's
But
easy. Trust me.
the thing is, just right now, and also like the coaching is not get me back to master or anything. It's just what are the things I need to improve most.
Mate,
and I think I have a rough idea about what I have to improve.
If you want to get back to master, all you need to do is just pump 2 champions, Kaisa and Caitlyn, and play
Yeah,
Samira
I mean,
as
I know.
well. And
I'm also confident in
Yeah.
back to master.
You're gonna be master. Okay, so what's your like peak? Like, you know what I mean? Like your uber topper, like super high tier peak. What's that like? What's the highest peak you've ever had?
Oh, master.
That's it?
Yeah,
what LP? What LP?
It was, I think, like 4 games won, so 84 LP master, or...
Well, you were getting plus 21 in master.
No. It was like 84...
Yeah, okay, so under 100 LP basically.
Yeah.
So just low master. Yeah, okay.
And I mean, this was the first time I actually hit master, so it was just like 1 week ago. So.
Yeah, I remember that. And
yeah, post in the Discord.
Question.
Yeah.
Your past seasons, like you've been diamond and platinum. Were you always like hard to like D5 there?
Like I would say, the first time I hit diamond, it was just end of season, like this time with master. Then the season afterwards, I think I didn't play. I played mostly CS:GO and other games, and I think I actually finished platinum in this season, and the season before this one. And but yeah, I actually like, I wouldn't say. I guess you could say I was hardstock. Yeah, I think so. That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Then another question I have is, what about your main? How come you cannot win in Diamond 4 consistently?
I don't know. I mean, I do know. It's mostly mental. Like, I think it was because I have this account for such a long time. Like, I started in season 3, and I guess when I'm on this account, or like my main account, it's like, oh fuck man, I really gotta win. Like, why the fuck am I D4 on this one? And just start to tilt for no reason and start to perform badly. And yeah, I guess that's it. And on the new account, I guess I'm more focused. Like, on this one I actually see, okay, I can win if I just perform good, and yeah. But actually, since I have the new account, I barely play on my main account, or like solo queue. Like, I play with friends and stuff,
I can see.
but...
Yeah, but like you played solo queue a couple days ago and it went horribly. I don't know what was this, but like...
Wait, what's the Yon game?
Not only Yon, you played Callista, Vayne, then 20 days ago you played some solo queue. And 20 days ago you were like D2, D2, D3, D2, D2, yeah. Yeah, I see. It's still a shitty excuse that you cannot win mental in like... It's like as if I played in like D2 and I said I couldn't win because of mental, you know what I mean? Like that that's still a shitty excuse. That shouldn't be like a factor as to why you cannot win. In that, do you feel comfortable playing in D1 and Master? Like, do you feel like you're matching up against the ADCs well?
I mean, that was something I would also like bring up. I wanted to bring up. I think the biggest thing I need to improve right now is my laning. Like, I still have some basic habits I need to fix. Like, sometimes just laning in general or trading. I know, or I realize that I'm getting outclassed by some, but otherwise than that, I think I'm doing pretty well. Like there aren't really many games where I'm getting like just super fucked by the enemy ADC or something like that.
I see. I mean, yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's not what we're aiming for. We're aiming for consistent results out of the laning phase. Not like it's not about getting super fucked or super fucking them. It's consistently being ahead, even mildly, and that's something that like that's a habit in your game. Like that's like a constant. You know what I mean? That's like a thing I'm seeing in every single game. It's like either you hard feed or get super fucking omega fed. It's like there is no flow into like. If you go into like pro player, like into SKT Teddy's matches, you see that like most games he's always ahead out of the link phase, and he's like has very like don't have more than 5 deaths in any game. Like at most you should have 5 deaths in one game out of 10. That's at most, and that's like 5 deaths is like a very broad way to put it, because there's obviously games where you can go like 25 and 5, and that's better than doing like 5 and 1. You know what I mean? But like that just gives you an example, right? Like you should aim to be way more consistent with like the way your outcomes go out, with the way your like fights go and stuff. Because a lot of the times what I'm seeing is that like you're taking fights that you're not sure you're gonna win. You know what I mean? You're like limit testing every time. And like it either works and you get like super fed, or it doesn't and you just like get ruffle stomped. And that's not something you can allow yourself to do post like, let's say, Grandmaster or something, you know what I mean? Because as soon as you give up those fights, people that you play against are gonna have like thousands of games in those fights. That means they're gonna be even more confident than they are right now. Because right now you're just beating them because you might like have slightly more experience, you might have better mechanics or something. That's not gonna work later on, right? And then you're gonna give them that small lead because you took that like coin flip fight that you were not sure you're gonna win, then the game just gets rolled every time. And that's why you're never gonna climb past, like, I'm not saying like you're never gonna, like, if you just keep playing like this, you're gonna get stuck in like Grandmaster, low GM, because that's the problem with a lot of low GM players and like master tier players, is that they just abuse one thing they know how to abuse well. So let's say there's a one trick or something, or let's say there's somebody that like does really team fights really well as an ADC. They just abuse that. They don't care about anything else, and they just climb through that because they're just that better at that than everybody else in the lower elos, right? But they don't know anything about the actual game, and like they don't consistently produce results that get them ahead. Even if it means like, even if there's a situation where you can get 3 kills and like a plate, and but if you go for that, you could end up dying and losing like lane or something. It's not worth going for that. Just go for like the small like little plays, such as, you know, if I freeze away here, I can slow push this, then crash that, and go for a back, then come back and harass them further without issues, and then look for a guaranteed kill or something, right? You know what I mean?
No, like this is exactly what you just said. I'm starting to realize that with my gameplay, and I've started to getting better at it. Because I think the farther you go back, the worse it gets with my, I guess you could say, coin flippy gameplay. But realizing more stuff about the game, like, okay, I could stay for this one plating, but maybe jungle shows up or something, or mid is missing, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that needs to be consistent. That needs to happen every time. That you can't be taking like it's really hard to do this because it requires you to stop trusting your gut. You need to like completely, like, even if you think you can get something better, fuck that shit. Just whatever. If you're already getting ahead, or if you're already in a good spot, you don't need to get more ahead. Rely on your own ability to carry the game with what you have, and rely on getting further ahead without any risk. You know what I mean? And I mean that's an issue with my own gameplay. I take like unnecessary risk. You'll see me roaming to like mid-level 4 as an ADC. I'm an ADC as well. So you'll see me roaming to mid as level 4 as an ADC. I don't need to do that, but I fucking do it because I'm like, I can get the kill here. You know, I just push them in. If my support that has nothing to do, we have no threat under their turret, and then, you know, I can go and get the decent mid. I go do it, and then I'm like, oh shit, I lost 2 waves. Now it's a shitty situation. Even though my mid just got like a kill or something, or like. We forced their sums. I take these shitty fucking plays or something, or I overstay for like, I can die this, you know, if my jungler comes, and he's an absolute degenerate, he lets me tank the turret, and then we die, shit like this, and then, you know, it's really hard to get rid of these habits, because like, it seems like the right play to do if everybody executes it well, but that's the thing, you need to account for the burden of execution on yourself and everybody else. If a play requires somebody else to have hands, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like if part of your play is let's say your Alistar going for a flash combo, then I don't fucking like think of like a scenario that's like hard to pull off, or like not hard, but like it requires some actual thinking. You know what I mean? Like actually knowing what to do with their champions. Don't do it. Only go for plays that like only you can impact. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And that's.
But the thing I would say about this one is that, especially as ADC,
there is not much.
Really feel that there is much play like especially in laning phase. There are not plays I can go for. Like I have to rely on the.
Yeah, of course you have to rely on the support. Supports are much stronger than you throughout. Even through the whole fucking game, even late game, they're stronger than you because they have the agency, they have the CC, they have mobility, they have everything. Nothing you have. You know what I mean? It's like you can't engage, you can't like be the first man. Like you have to rely on them, but like. If you're thinking about a play and you're like, if we go in here and if Thresh hits a hook, then we can kill them. Don't do that. It's like the only you should be like, okay, if I go in here and Thresh auto attacks them, we can kill them. That's the play you should go for. You know, like you should still expect a master tier support to be able to like do basic shit. But like if it's something that like requires them some mechanical prowess or requires them to be on the same page as you, don't go for it because. It's two separate minds. It's two separate like thoughts. It's two separate like people. You know what I mean? Like you're never gonna be completely on the same page. Like he might start focusing the fucking ADC when you need to focus the support, but he sees the fucking ADC and focuses the ADC. You know what I mean? And then those plays just turn into a coin flip. That's how you'll see everybody coin flipping games in Yari. People just go for like. You'll see Evelyn's go for level 2 ganks. Like yeah, it can work, but like do you really need to do that when your champion has like a 3-minute clear on the full? On all camps, it's shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure if you're, like, seeing what I'm trying to say, but, like, obviously you don't have much agency as an ADC, but, like, try to remove the variables. Because I'm 100% sure you're going for, like, you're stepping up way too far to take trades because you expect your support to do the same with you, and it would work out if he did, but then he doesn't do it, and then you die, and then you're in, like, an absolutely terrible spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you say.
Yeah, so try to like avoid those, try to like rely more on yourself and try to rely more on like things you can control, which is, I mean, first and foremost, you have like 7 to 6 CS a minute as a Diamond 1 ADC, that's... Okay, so how I use CS, okay? I'm not gonna talk about like CS as in like, oh, you need to get like 10 or 11 a minute. I'm gonna view it as in like, how much CS do you have relative to your enemy? Because if you have 10 CS a minute and he has like 12, you're still fucking losing, he's still stronger than you. But if you have like 7 and he has like 5, then you're winning. But let's see like how it actually is. Okay, so you have 7.6 in the one game at Caitlyn. What did it? She had 7.9. So in the game where you're playing Caitlyn into Kai, so one of the easiest matchups for Caitlyn, right? Mm-hmm. And she should be having less CS than you. There's no debating because your team was just rolling through them. Like you were literally rolling through them the whole game. She ends up having more CS. It's 5.7 on Kai'Sa, enemy ADC 7.2. It's just like this. Like you can definitely control your CS numbers. Like there you go. You had more CS than a Diamond 2 Samira that died 8 times. You had 0.2 more than her. You had 6. She had 5.8. Then you out-CS this Ashe that's also Diamond 2. Then the Solution game 6.3 is basically same CSs. So you're like roughly on the CSing level. Yeah, the same CS here as well. You're roughly on the CSing level of a Diamond 2, Diamond 1 in terms of like CSing through the fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's yeah, go on.
CSing in early stages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never really behind, or like rarely. Like I'm even. I'm also not super ahead in most games, or like we're completely something then. But going to like 15, 20 minutes, and like team shit starts happening, like fights for Drake or Rift Herald. Then I'm starting to see like, okay, where the fuck should I go? I don't know. And like sometimes when I feel like, okay, I should go top lane, then there's just like nothing really I could do there, or it was the wrong call, and I start losing CS elsewhere, or like helping a team, like when a team fight starts, but your wave is fucked. Do you think, or like there's a massive wave? Do you think it's better to like catch the wave or help the team?
Okay, so here's a question you got to ask yourself every single time. Okay. When you're playing ADC, okay, or any role, doesn't matter. When you're playing the game, and a champion that needs CS, especially ADC, ask yourself before a team fight starts, and there's a wave. Is me being in that team fight gonna change the outcome of the team fight? And if the answer is yes, then you go and fucking fight, and then you miss out on the CS, you kill them and you go take Baron or something, you know what I mean? Because that's more important, because if you go let them go 4-4, you're obviously gonna lose, right? But if the answer is no, then there is no fucking point in trying to fight it, because the outcome is gonna be way worse than missing out on CS. You're gonna miss out on CS, and you're gonna all die, and you're all gonna lose the game, because they're gonna go for the fucking Baron. So always ask that question. Like, just look at the champions, who's fed, how do the fights play out, who has more agency and stuff. Like, where's the fight could take place? Because like it's important to know. It's also important to know where the fight is gonna take place, because most ADCs are fucking useless in the jungle. Like, they're really good in the lane fights, but in the jungle they're so bad. Like, very few ADCs are good in the jungle. So like Caitlyn is good in the jungle because of her long range and traps, right? Kai'Sa is terrible in the jungle because if you dive the backline, the whole enemy team is literally next to each other, right? So there is no point in diving the backline as Kai'Sa, and if you're just attacking, you're way too short range to actually do anything. You obviously have no CC, nothing. You have no other escapes besides your little fucking invisibility shit, right? So like Ezreal is bad in Iceborne Ezreal is good in jungle, but like the other Ezreal is bad in jungle. Senna is good in the jungle, and like, so it's important to know where the fight is going to also take place. Remember that, because a lot of people are like, okay, I'm not going to be able to win the fight because, you know, they're stronger, but like when you look at your champions, you have like fucking Leona, you have like Shen, you have like Morgana, shit like that like just basically stomps in the jungle, you know what I mean? Or like fucking Rengar, and people don't take those fights, and you know, they just lose the game because they didn't take the favorable fight. So like, so the point of this is that look where the fight is going to happen before you make your decision. Then besides that, just look at the champions on the board, look who's fed, who's not, like what is the fight for, etc, and then make your decisions. And also, other thing is, if a fight is for like a Cloud Drake that's like a second, third, or first Drake, and you can get like 2 or 3 waves of minions, don't even bother going there, and you go top lane and get those minions, because the advantage that you gain out of getting those waves, plus denying the enemy those waves, plus potentially taking jungle camps, plus potentially getting topside vision if your support decides to move with you, right, is way greater than like a Cloud Drake advantage. But why is that? Unless obviously you're like hard stomping and you're already on both sides, then that's different, right? But like if you're not, then you go topside and you take whatever you can take, which is the CS, right? And why is that better is because we're betting on ourselves. So if we get like 20 to 30 extra minions, that's basically a fucking extra BF sword, or like extra pickaxe rather, right? Mm-hmm. And that's betting on us to like be way stronger later, so we can out damage the fucking Cloud Drake, which is obviously, you know, doesn't deal damage, right? We're betting on ourselves to be like, to provide more to the team with that extra CS than getting that fucking Cloud Drake and potentially coin flipping the whole game. Plus, we're putting behind the enemies by, you know, if you decide to freeze at those 2 or 3 waves at the top and nobody can stop you because they're all a dragon, you can deny them some waves and stuff, right? Which is good sometimes. Sometimes it's not worth it, you know. It's situational. So yeah, so there's that. Now, anything else here you want to ask about CSing?
No, I mean, you're gonna spectate me in the game later,
right? Yeah, so, of course, 2 games.
Then I think, or at least in my average game, it's like CS early is good, or like average, I guess, for the elo I'm in right now. But then it gets worse the longer the game goes on.
Yeah, and, so you have trouble making the decisions. It's simple as that. Yeah. Also, do you CS jungle camps, and how often do you do them?
It depends. I wouldn't really say I'm taking them.
You need to always take it.
It depends on if I'm ahead or not.
Doesn't matter. You always take jungle camps. You just don't take the Krugs if you're not ahead, because it takes way too long. But when you're moving from mid and bot, you need to always farm jungle camps. From mid to top, always farm jungle camps. When you're moving into the lane, and like, let's say you and your mid laner are in the same lane, there is no point in you being there, but there's nothing bot lane, like the bot lane is pushed up, you can't be there, so where are you going? You're going to the fucking jungle, and you're taking jungle camps, right? You're not sharing XP with your mid laner and like just putting him and yourself behind. You'd rather take jungle camps and get you and your mid laner separate XP, separate gold, etc, right? Mm-hmm. Always, like, as I said, when you're moving, always take jungle camps. You take them very fast as an ADC, with most ADCs. There are some that are like fucking pain, like Vayne. If you play Vayne and you try to take a jungle camp, it's like, I wanna fucking die right now, you know what I mean? But like, I don't think you play Vayne. So like, it's really easy to take them. You don't lose much time, and they're good, and they have a respawn timer. So you just take them, you get extra like 200 to 300 gold in between when you like move from one lane to another, plus extra 8 to 12 CS, depending on if red is up or not, you know what I mean? And that's just how you keep up your farm. Then obviously you don't go into the same lane as, if somebody's already in the lane, even if the gold is better on you, You ping that you're coming and they're not moving, just leave. There is no point in trying to fight over the CS. You could be getting CS somewhere else at the moment. You know what I mean? You're just putting each other behind. It's okay. Like sometimes, like people in your elo, they think they're the best. They think like they could fucking play pro right now. They think they could like drop school or something and just go and fucking destroy these like EU ADCs. You know what I mean? So they have the ego of like maniacs. Like so there's no point in arguing with them. There's no point in trying to like reason them. If you ping and they're still going there, just don't even bother. Just leave it. Go get CS somewhere else. Don't waste your time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if they don't care, that's on them. When they're stealing your resources. Now, any other questions about CS?
No, I think that's it about CS.
All right. Now let's talk about champions. So, stop playing random champions that like you pull out once every blue moon. You know what I mean? Like Lucian ADC is so bad. Like Lucian mid and Lucian top is really good, right?
Okay.
But Lucian ADC is so fucking bad. He doesn't have any range. He takes way too long to scale up in that lane because he doesn't have solo XP, which means he's not gonna get ahead, right? Which means he's gonna feel extremely weak. He can't harass the laners because again, he doesn't have range, right? And you can't build the Manamune build because well, you don't have the time to build Manamune on Lucian as an ADC. And obviously the shared XP plus he doesn't synergize well with meta supports. He doesn't synergize. He synergizes well with shit like Braum. Like that's like the fucking beefy pillars and stuff. He synergizes well with like Leona, but like he doesn't go well with like even Rakan. He doesn't go well with Yumi. He doesn't go well with. I'm trying to think of like who else is played in like solo queue. He doesn't go well with Lulu. He doesn't go well with like he's okay with Morgana, but like most of the supports you'll see they're not good with Lucian, and overall Lucian ADC is bad. So drop that. Stop playing autofilled. I see you played Senna support. First and foremost, Senna support is terrible. Senna ADC is really good. Senna support is horrible.
Yeah, I know I have no champions on this account, so I only have Jenna and Senna. And
well,
I guess...
you dodge. There is no point in playing those games. What do you learn out of playing support? Yes, I'm 100% sure. Okay, what do you know about dodging?
I mean, it's like first time is -3 LP, then afterwards it's -13, and
now it's -10.
Oh, -10? Okay.
Yeah.
And
it resets every 24 hours.
Yeah, and I mean it doesn't affect MMR, which is the difference. I
yes,
guess.
Exactly. And that's how you're not gonna fall out of master next time. If you just dodge and you consistently keep up your high MMR, your MMR is gonna be higher than master tier players, and then you're not gonna fall out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that. So dodging is way more worth it. Plus, you're not wasting time. Like 7 out of 10 times when you're playing autofill in your elo, you're gonna lose because you're playing against somebody that basically mains the role you're playing in as your autofill. So that's usually support, right? You don't main that role, so you're already at a fucking disadvantage. Secondly, you're not learning anything because you don't play support, so it doesn't matter. But like, you don't care whatever the fuck you learn from support. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter to you. And then you're making like. You're an ADC main, so think about it like this. How many times have you molded the fact that you have an autofill support?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, and do you think,
every time I get one, I guess.
And do you think you're different, like, than all these autofill support?
No, but then another question about autofilling or dodging, I guess. How often per day do you think you should dodge?
I mean, I dodge like 7 to 10 times when I play the game. Yeah, I basically spend more time dodging than playing the game because it's not worth playing the game because like when you get to a certain level, you get autofilled every other game, and then if you get like if you're playing ADC and you get like somebody that's like really good on your team, you want to give them ADC, but then it's like I don't know, and then like they're autofilled, and it's like there's no point in playing this. I'm just gonna dodge, or like the enemy team just looks like a fucking Avengers, you know what I mean? Like they have like fucking they have like a full backline dive comp. You see like you know like there's like a fucking Darius one trick or something on there that's like 60% in like Grandmaster on Darius. You know what's his name? Fucking the Finnish guy, Ranger. You know Ranger. You feel like fucking Ranger ZX, the Trin, the Darius guy on the enemy team. He's like fucking 70-80% win ratio, Grandmaster Challenger, Darius Trin, the T trick. It's like there's a Katarina or something. There's like a fucking Hecarim that's like cracked as hell. There's like Zaya Rakan. It's looking like a fucking Doom game. Like you know what I mean? Like you know the ones. I dodge those. My team is like full of like psychos, I dodge those. My team is full of autofills, I dodge those. I get autofilled, I dodge those. I get all my champions get banned out, and the only ones that are like playable are like fucking MF or like which I used to play a lot of MF, but like she's bad right now. Like MF are like fucking like Unless some shit ADC, like Lucian ADC, you know what I mean? I dodge those, because there's no point in playing them, because 9 out of 10 times you're gonna lose them. And there's nothing to learn in those, like absolutely nothing, because you just basically lost in draft. Like, it's simple as that. Like, if you have an autofill, like, if you're mid lane is like a jungle main, and your jungle main is like a top lane main, like, if, okay, this is a golden rule. If your jungler doesn't main jungle, it's always a dodge, because like, you can slot in a top lane main into a mid and still have like some sort of results, and vice versa. You can like switch between mid and ADC, but you can't switch between jungle and anything else. You know what I mean? He's just gonna get like absolutely destroyed, and then like jungler is gonna go like full 8 mode on you, and you're just gonna lose.
I mean, the thing is, because everyone like uses, I don't know, BlitzGG or something.
Yeah, all those
factors. They auto-build and say, okay, I'm gonna counter jungle 24/7, or I'm gonna.
Yeah, exactly, and then
make his life miserable.
Yeah, exactly. So there is like zero reason to play those games. Like, you're not gonna. There is nothing to learn. Like, if your support is autofill, like, you're gonna see all of those, because like there's not enough supports in high elo. But like, if he's like autofill, like where he doesn't even play support, like you don't see any support games in the past like 10-20 games, don't play it. It's just gonna be like a hell. Fuck that shit. Just dodge it and like move on. It's okay to lose LP. Who gives a shit? You can go minus 200 and you're not gonna lose your rank. So yeah. So there's that. Now, any other questions about dodging?
No, I think we covered everything.
Nah, they're still champions. So don't play Zaya. Because, I mean, even if there's like Zaya is really in a really bad state right now, like in a really bad state, even though she got a lot of buffs, she's still in a bad state.
But then, like, what ADCs do you think are in a good state? Because from like
in a good state,
win rate perspective, it's like only mages that have a really good win rate, like Six, Karthus, Swain.
Because only the people that know how to play them. Yeah. Win rate is like the biggest fucking. Win rate is like the biggest bait you can think of, because it doesn't tell the story at all. A good ADC that's always in a good state right now is Caitlyn. Like, there you go, that's one. Ezreal is in a good state. Samira, obviously. Kai'Sa is in a terrible state, but like, she's playable because people don't know how to abuse her often. Like, she's good into certain matchups. Senna is in a really good state. Ashe is in a good state, but like, I don't recommend playing Ashe to anybody like that's like playing solo queue. I think the champ is just like not for solo queue, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is in a good state? I think those 4 are Jin is in a really good state. Like, absolutely amazing state. Jinx is like in a terrible state. Like, she feels good. Like, she's really nice because she has like very satisfying autos and she deals a lot of damage late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the only Jinx games I have on the
I just know this one.
They're against Caitlyn, because I think
you played it against Jin.
I only have one. Really?
Yeah, I'm talking about your main. You played against Jin 7 days ago. But don't play Jin. From all the Jin games I'm seeing, you're not doing well on Jin. I mean, Karthus is really good as an ADC, but like, I don't recommend playing him because you won't know what to do with him, and obviously it's not your thing. I think Kalista is in a good state, but you need to like know what you're doing with her, which is not for right now. That's for way later. Like, Kalista is all about the right manipulations of team fights. You know what I mean? Like, you have to play perfect team fights, otherwise you're just gonna die. It's simple as that. If you miss position once and if you go too forward once, that's over for you, because something like a Leon is gonna latch on you and you're fucked. Yeah, I think those ADCs are in the best state right now. I think you can also pick. Who else could you pick up? I'm looking. I don't think there is anybody actually from the champions I'm seeing in your account. I don't think there is anybody that's like, oh, this champion should be played but isn't. Yeah. Any other questions about champions?
Yeah, like, I guess about like draft, I guess, because you're saying, okay, like, focus on like these few champs, like Caitlyn's doing good, focus on Caitlyn. Should I just like pick Caitlyn even if I think like the draft has gone bad or isn't really fit for Caitlyn?
I mean, if it doesn't fit for Caitlyn, go something else. Like, you don't have to like go Caitlyn every time, but like, Caitlyn is a really easy champion to slot into basically any comp, you know what I mean? Like, she has terrible mid game. She has terrible mid game, but everywhere else she's pretty good. Because she's self-sufficient, you know what I mean? Like, she's pretty mobile, but she's super high range, and she has CC, and she has way too much damage early and late. Not mid game. Mid game she's terrible. Don't forget that. Never play mid game. And if you have like a mid game comp, don't play Caitlyn. That's the only place I would really avoid Caitlyn. And then besides that, it's all good. If they have too much CC, just take cleanse. Like you don't need to heal as Caitlyn. And then I mean I would explore Senna more. Because Senna is really easy to climb with, and she's really good in it. If you have like a dive support, because you can play in between your support and the enemy ADC, you know what I mean? Like heal your support and damage them, all that shit, right? And consistently be like if you have like a fucking towel on your team, just go Senna and support them, you know what I mean? If you have like a Cassidon or something that can carry you, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to be like the 1v9 machine every game. Yeah, I think those are the champions. I mean, Ezreal is really good, but I'm not sure about your Ezreal.
I don't know, I kind of suck at him.
Yeah, because you're all... Wait, let me check.
The initial climb, like after promos, I tried... Because I thought that Ezreal was like a really good pick. And just tried to climb with Ezreal. But it really didn't go so well.
Yeah, it didn't go well for me either.
I just dropped him then.
I know why it didn't go well for you.
I have like one game that went pretty well in the last 10. But otherwise than that, most games went just horrible when I played them, so I just stick to other champs.
Do you know why it went bad for you?
Because I don't know the champ, I guess.
I mean, because you're building fucking Iceborne every game. Even when you're far ahead, you're building Iceborne. Like, you're not... The Iceborne is... You build Iceborne to rely on somebody else to carry you. You know what I mean? You build Iceborne when they have like a ton of AD and you're the one just like kiting back and your other teammates are fed. You build fucking Triforce when you're playing solo, because with that Triforce you can actually use your passive correctly, and you can play him like more like an ADC rather than just like shooting out your little fucking mystic shots. And that's when he becomes really good, because you can step up further with him, and then with your see, like a lot of people will tell you that passive on Ezreal doesn't matter. That's bullshit. Like as somebody that like plays a shit ton of Ezreal, let me tell you, okay. Passive on Ezreal is so important because it resets your other fucking abilities. Plus more mana, right? Like, do you know what Ezreal passive does? Ezreal passive does
attack speed, right?
Yeah. So it gives you more mana, it gives you more, like, it's so good, and people don't use it enough because, well, they're going fucking Iceborne, you know what I mean? And with Iceborne you don't get enough HP, which means if they have anything else but fucking AD, you're wrecked. You don't get enough damage because, well, you don't get the fucking attack speed from the Stinger plus the fucking movement speed from Phage, which makes you able to kite shit better, which makes you able to chase shit better, even though Iceborne has a slow. There's this thing called Red Buff that also has a slow, if you didn't know. Plus there is Borg. If you go into specifics, you only should build Borg in specific scenarios on Ezreal, very specific scenarios. But like, there is Borg, there is Red Buff, so you don't even care about the slow. You get HP, which protects you against AP, which 9 out of 10 times as an ADC, who do you die to? The fucking mid laner coming, like a LeBlanc or something, you know what I mean? Like a Syndra. You don't die to fucking Volibear chasing at you, because if you do, that's on you, that's not on anybody else. And Iceborne's not gonna save you from that, because that's just positioning mistakes, nothing else. You should never die to like a fucking Darius running at you unless you're like mispositioned completely, you know what I mean? And then shit like attack speed from Stinger, like I said, it gives you extra AD from Phage, it gives you extra HP, it gives you every stat in the game basically, right? And that movement speed from Phage is so fucking good. And because you have you're using your passive correctly as an Ezreal, then you can actually carry games because you apply the Muramana often, and you keep resetting your Qs and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And since you reset your shit, you can actually like move better. And then in specific scenarios where you're behind, that's when you go Iceborne to get cheap stats and to be basically a damage soaker. That's all you are. Also, don't pick Ezreal with champions that want to go forward. Pick Ezreal with shit like Yuumi. Yuumi and Ezreal are gonna win every time, because you just don't do order all like Bard, Pike, shit like that just wants to leave the lane, you know what I mean? Pick him in those scenarios, and pick him and actually rely on yourself to carry. Don't just like build Iceborne because LS told you so, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you almost never go for exhaust on Ezreal, which means you have no dueling power whatsoever. Like, Ezreal is really good in 1v1 duels if you know what you're doing. Like, I guarantee you're playing him like a fucking safe ADC that just like farms and does nothing. You need to play him like a super like, have you ever seen Teddy play Ezreal?
Don't think so, no.
Yeah, just look it up on YouTube after this session.
Good.
look up Teddy Ezreal gameplay and play like he does, or like Uzi Ezreal, the fucking XLPL ADC from like past
Yeah,
season.
no, yeah, I watched a lot of Uzi.
Yeah, watch his their Ezreal. That's how you should play Ezreal. Don't fucking stay and like do nothing, because from what I'm seeing, you basically like play very safe and you play very like passive. You know what I mean? Like you just farm and you like do your like little rotations and you don't really fight. Because like I see like the deaths on your Ezreal are like different from like the rest of your champions. While Ezreal should be way more aggro, it should be way more like upfront, and you should be way more aggressive with him because he has so much early agency and early damage and stuff. He's like his lane proficiency is super underrated. Let me tell you that much. And now next thing is, I mean, you almost always are going Doran's shield on Ezreal. So you see, you go Blade and then you get like ahead in lane. Just opt for Blade more unless you're like into like a terrible matchup, you know what I mean? Like, you used to go Blade, then you went back to Shield. Shield on Ezreal is it's not that good because CSing under turret with him. And CSing under turret with him is so painful without the Doran's Blade. Have you noticed? Because he doesn't have enough attack speed and he doesn't have enough damage to properly kill minions. So if you're playing into something like a Morgana, Caitlyn lane, you think you need shield because you know they're gonna poke you, right? But you're fucking Ezreal, they're not gonna poke you. You can poke them back and you can stay further away. But like what they're gonna do is they're gonna push you in because they have a lot of under threat, and they're also really good at pushing because Morgana W plus fucking Kate Q, right, in range. And when they push you in and you have a shield, what happens? You just miss a shit ton of CS and you get poked down because you can't sufficiently enough take CS with him under threat with shield. Because he doesn't have enough ADR or the fucking attack speed naturally. You can go shield on lane because she has enough attack speed and it's really easy to like hit once, then wait for the turret and then hit again. But with Ezreal, it's like you fucking attack slower than the turret. It seems like sometimes, you know what I mean? Like early on, obviously you don't actually attack slower than the turret, but like it's really fucking difficult. So like opt for Blade way more and you're gonna have way more agency. Let me just take a quick peek at your runs. I expect everything to be fine because you're. Oh. Let me take a look at other champions, not just Ezreal. I expect everything to be fine because you're a high elo, but like, or relatively high elo. But of course, everything is not fine. Okay, so let's talk about Caitlyn. Let me just take more look at like more Caitlyn runes, like not just one game, so I don't make judgment based off one game. Okay, yeah. It's a constant issue, I think. Yep, it is a constant issue. 3 games in a row. Let's see. 4 games? Yeah, 4 games in a row. So, you're always going Coup de Grace. That's a mistake. Do you know Cut Down?
Yeah.
It's a much better rune. Like, if you do the math, it's much better runes. And then you're playing into Malphite, Vladimir, you're playing into Volibear, Olaf. You don't need the fucking Coup de Grace for lane. Like, it seems like you're taking your runes only for the laning phase, but Cut Down is so good even out of the laning phase because it basically did, like, I don't need to tell you what Cut Down does, right?
Yep.
And then Coup de Grace, if you do the math, it's ass. Like, it's so bad, it's insignificant. So you only take Coup de Grace when there's no. If they have 2+ tanks or 2+ high HP champs, you just go Cut Down. It doesn't matter if they're support, if they're not support, if they're like jungle top. Just go cut, then you have way more agency through mid and late game. And then if there's obviously like if it's like Nautilus or something, you're gonna have way more agency during the early game as well, right? So that's one mistake. And then second mistake, you go for Nimbus Cloak. So I used to go for Nimbus Cloak on Caitlyn, but see the thing is,
it's super good. I don't know. I really love Nimbus Cloak.
You really like it?
Yeah.
Do you know that it got nerfed?
But like. Isn't it more for like the shorter cooldown, like Smite or something like this?
I mean, it got didn't get movement speed now.
I think it was depending on the cooldown of the summon that it's being used by.
One sec, Nimbus Cloak patches. Yeah, it did. Oh, based on summoner's spell cooldown. Interesting. Duration reduced to 2 seconds. Oh yeah, so the duration reduced. Then yeah, it got 2 nerfs. There was one in 1016, not only 1021. And okay. Check. I'll send you the screenshot. So it's still got nerfed.
What do you go for? Do you go for like absolute focus?
Yes, absolute focus, Gathering Storm. Oh, in lane. Oh, that's so disgusting. Trust me. Absolute focus and Gathering Storm. Yeah, it just makes you like you're not gonna lose any matchups with that ever. I guarantee it. Absolute focus gathering. Obviously, gathering storm is not a laning rune, but
Yeah,
like
I saw it in a few like on some builds the pros do. Like I saw some games with absolute focus and gathering storm.
yeah, that's what I go for as
I
well.
thought like what the fuck? Like I still like Nimbus Cloak.
Nah, it's. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but like think about it this way, okay? If you're relying on Nimbus Cloak to like help you escape or help you catch up to enemies, so you're not playing ADC because A, you should never flash forward to catch up to enemies, or you should never heal to catch up to enemies because not dying is our number one priority, and using summoners to kill is not what you should do. And B, if you're using your if you're relying on Nimbus Cloak to escape, that means you fucking mispositioned. It's simple as that. You know what I mean? Like you should never be in a position to like where Nimbus Cloak matters. Like
I mean, for the thing, like, I think with Nimbus Cloak, it makes like heal sort of like another real defensive cooldown. Like with Nimbus Cloak and heal,
yeah, you can kite better.
like speed away and I'll
Yeah,
save again.
yeah, you
But
can
I mean,
kite better.
I guess what you're saying, I to be in the position in the first place where you have to rely on that is
Yeah,
like,
I mean, so some, yeah,
it's like intentional because I know, okay, if I step out like this, I can still get heal and Nimbus Cloak to get away, but I wouldn't really have to be in the position in the first place.
yeah, exactly. You get the point. And then with absolute focus, you just basically bop them every time, and it's like nobody can trade you early on, especially if you have something like Morgana with you. It's just like disgusting. It's like absolutely disgusting. And now next thing is you go attack speed and adaptive force. It's something I do as well. That attack speed and adaptive force. But like if you're really good at laning phase and you're really good at like CSing and stuff, in the early laning phase, double adaptive force is really good to like keep punishing the enemy because Caitlyn relies more on that AD than attack speed. But like I prefer attack speed as well. That's just preference. But the other two I would definitely look into. Then everything else honestly looks fine on Caitlyn. Let me take a look on other champs. Kai'Sa. I mean, this is exactly how I would have it. No difference there. This is like.
I don't think that I ever swap something for Kai'Sa.
Yeah,
like,
there is nothing. No, there is nothing to swap. This is like exactly what you need to do, unless you're playing into a lot of AP. If you're playing into which you are here, when you're playing into like something like Zyra, just go magic resist over armor runes, especially if they have an AP mid, because 9 out of 10 times how you're gonna lose is by Zyra doing way more damage to you than any other ADC on the game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so does magic resist is better, and later on magic resist rune is better because again, who's gonna kill you? The fucking mid laner. The ADC is never gonna kill you, right? So the magic resist becomes better, and then those scenarios are like they have like Nidalee. Oh, this is you having Nidalee, but like let's say they have Nidalee and like Seraph or something in mid, just go magic resist runes. I mean Seraph in support and Nidalee jungle, something like that. Just go magic resist runes. If you're playing into like, let's see, you played into Karthus recently. How did that go? Where is it? Can't find it anymore. There was some D1 Karthus guy. Did you change runes into magic?
Wait, I have the game.
I found it. It's yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
You went armor runes into Karthus ADC and Cassia mid, so
that was kind of like
that was int. That was int.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have that. This is all. Everything else looks fine. I mean, don't know what to tell about other runes because I mean there's not much variance. Let's check Ezreal for once. I mean, Biscuits Cosmic Insight, that's exactly what I would go. Coup de Gras, that's something we talked about. Yeah, everything else looks fine generally. Okay. You go tier, that's not the issue in Israel. Don't go tier first back unless you're behind. You need to go pickaxe.
In this one, we were behind.
Oh, you were behind.
You talk about the Twitch Yumi game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like hard stomped us.
Okay.
And then was like, okay, I guess I just farm with Q now and stand back because also Nautilus wrote like he's just gonna roam now because he was tilted.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I just go tier.
Yeah, that's good then. That's good.
Or like, it's also with Kai'Sa. I'd never go tier first.
Oh, Kai'Sa isn't, even if you're behind us, Kai'Sa never go tier first. Need a bonus AD.
Yeah. I mean, Ezra is like
Ezreal is different, but like ooh, yeah. I mean everything else looks fine generally. Let's see, QEW. I would take 2 Q points if you're behind on Ezreal early on instead of the third W, because if you're behind, that Q poke can really make a huge difference by just like slowly burning them for HP, you know what I mean? Plus helping you push it back if they're pushing you in and stuff. Like, because you're not gonna win a straight up trade if you're behind, you know. If you're playing into like something like a fucking Caitlyn, you're not gonna win a straight up level 3 trade, right? But like, if you get like a Q here and there, you know, then the lane is looking more like favored to you. Yeah, so everything else looks fine. Now, do you have any questions before we jump into live game?
No, I would say we talked about everything. Like, I wouldn't have any more questions. So I don't have any more questions.
All right, then screen share, jump into live game, and we'll see.
Yeah, sure. 1 sec. Wait, can you see it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You'll just need to re-screen share when the game starts.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the first game I'm gonna let you play how you normally play. I'm not gonna interfere with anything. I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna take notes.
Okay,
Alright?
sure.
And then we're gonna talk about those notes and we're gonna try to apply them the second game. That's when I'm gonna tell you, like, give you like a little nudges of what to do and where to go. But I'll still let you, like, you know, do work yourself, not just like tell you everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first game is just you playing. Just do whatever you do, draft however you wanna draft, like just do whatever you normally do.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah.
One sec, let me get some juice.
Yeah, sure.
I'm back.
Okay. Skill, man. Oh, nice. Q popped.
Amazing. What you love to see it? How long do you typically sit in queue in this elo?
It depends. It's really random. Sometimes it's like instant, like the moment you press for Q, and other times you have to wait like 5 minutes, something like that.
I have a 70% Diamond 2 jungle account, and that sits like fucking 15 minutes into the queue every time. I don't know why. I think it's because it's decayed, not like the lost elo. Even though I lost like 6 games or something.
Do you have like something else I want to ask about? Like bans? I always just like insta ban Cult Jungle, like Cult.
Yeah, that's what everybody bans in this elo, like in like D1 Master 2 Grandmaster. I never ban Katos because it's my most played jungler, but like the Katos jungle is like not something you wanna play into.
Yeah, Cult's ADC even. Like
Yeah. It's typically a Doki abuser with like Jan or something and just like trying to be pornstar zillion. I mean, I ban when I play, I ban Kane because every Kane OTP just no matter which team he's on, he's gonna give you like a headache. You know what I mean? Like if he's on the enemy team, he just fucking goes through the walls, and then if he's on your team, he's like edgy as fuck and he's like useless.
Yeah.
Every time. Everybody bans Silas even though nobody can play him. It's amazing.
So I guess I'll try
Yeah,
new
yeah,
rules.
yeah. Give it a go.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think he plays Yumi. Yeah. Do you think Caitlyn Yumi is an okay lane? Because I feel,
No, I think
I
it's
seem to really struggle with it.
Caitlyn Yumi is really bad. Go Ezreal.
Okay.
Or Kai'Sa, but Kai'Sa gets abused by if you go Yumi Kai'Sa because there's no second health bar, so and Kai'Sa is basically think of Kai'Sa like season 10 lane basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yumi is bad with Kai'Sa in my opinion because she just gets abused as fuck by herself.
So just go Ezreal
Yeah,
this game.
Ezreal Jhin is the right choice for Yumi.
Sorry. When would you go like Lethal Tempo with Ezreal, or do you just go Conqueror?
I just go Conqueror every time, to be honest. I don't even bother with Little. I think Little Tempo is like the most overrated ADC rune. I think it's like uber bad on any ADC that isn't like Jinx or fucking I don't know. Like I don't even think it's good on Caitlyn, you know what I mean? I think it's like uber overrated because that attack speed like also another thing is if you're playing with Yumi, you can go for not saying do it this game, don't do it because like we didn't talk about it enough. But yeah, you can go teleport on Ezreal and just play for the early back and then you know what to do with that, right? Exactly.
But I like never pick teleport.
Yeah, neither do I.
I would know how to play it, but I feel just more comfortable playing.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
like,
I don't play teleport either. I'm just saying you can. Like I don't think it's worth it in this heal. I don't think it's worth it in basically anything under like Grandmaster. But like
okay, she won't take here. Guess I'll take here. Double exhaust, kinda draw.
I don't know why. What is she doing? You need to re-screenshot so I see the game. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
How does he get? Oh, you're D1. You're not D2. Never mind.
Wait. Can you say that again?
No. I was like, how does Syndra get matched with D2? But then I realized you're D1 like 70 LP, right?
Yeah.
Or then maybe you get to Master Tier today.
Yeah, I think promos probably. I don't know if I'll get Master.
Or go down to D4.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, the good old coin flip.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it all. I guess Yumi. Okay, no. Never mind. Wait, was she autofilled? Should have dodged? No, she's a support main. Okay. But
do you know how to like fast check, or do you have like those blitz apps?
I have Blitz GG.
Alright.
But it's like kind of whatever. So you just say Blade and.
I mean, in this matchup, definitely Blade GG and go super fucking aggro. Okay, I'm gonna not say more, even though I really want to speak, because this is like one of my favorite matchups to play. But like,
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna just speak it through the recording, so you can listen later what I was saying.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Okay, so let's see what he does. Okay, so this is a mistake. He's walking into alone into a river with nobody next to him. You should never leave your support side. You should never leave your support side as an ADC. Let me level 1. You should never leave your support side in solo queue because like if you get invaded on and you're alone, it's really fucking bad. And if you if you with your support, at least they can tank damage and use their like healing abilities on you if anything.
That. Why does he need pull?
Don't think Graves need to pull. I would definitely not try to pull Graves, but like it's okay because it's solo queue.
Don't believe it.
Let's see
It's
what
fine.
That's a
I
shit
guess you're
pull.
gonna count on that either way. For sure the leashed or not, but I guess it's fine.
If you end up leashing, you need to leash like 800, 900, not 1.2k, or in general, like I said, Graves doesn't need a leash. And now, okay, so there is no auto attacks whatsoever in your gameplay. Yeah, the positioning is off completely. Yeah. Need to be way further up, trading with Soraka when she's stepping up like that. You need to punish her. Punishing. Don't forget step up, especially when it's one guy. You can trade anybody 1v1, especially Soraka. Reacting to your support movement. It's a bit of a bad game to like coach because Yumi you don't like really see how you play with your support, but like I already saw some level 1 such shit, but it's all good, like it happens. And see, this is why you go Blade on S, because this happens when you're playing with especially when you're playing with like Yumi and stuff, because they just push the living shit out of you, and then with Shield it just becomes really rough. Even though he shouldn't have been pushing, he should have been trading way better. Like right now he should trade Kai'Sa. Like what is Kai'Sa doing? What is Yumi doing? That's another good question. I don't know why he healed there. Oh, I didn't switch targets. Switching targets. Let's talk. Targets. Mid fight. Switching targets mid fight based on their positioning, not on their HP.
Oh my god. Okay, 6 top. But if they feel that we still have Ignite, I don't know if we should. If I had mana, I'd go on Soraka, I guess.
What? No, don't move here. This is so not worth it. You have Graves. He can just go by himself and you... Yeah, good, don't move. Just stay in the lane. If they move, that's when you move as well. There is no point in moving there. Oh no, this is terrible. Tell him to not gank. Like, you never go for these ganks, this is useless. Now nothing is getting achieved. You should be pushing the wave to look for a back because you have over enough for your pickaxe. Now the back is delayed. It's super not worth to go for that, just go for a fast push. Okay, this is a good way to back.
I guess I go Sheen.
I would go pickaxe, to be honest, because you trade with autos way more into this matchup. Because of the fucking Soraka silence and obviously they have a lot of spells and shit. But Sheen is still okay, it's better than the other alternative, which is Tier. I won't come top. See, with Sheen you also don't get to buy any potions or available, which puts you in a shitty position. I mean, this is a good wave position, but like because you didn't fully fucking crash it. Now they're gonna crash you, and which means they just broke your free. So there was no point in like ever doing that, because now you have no agency. Now you can't control the wave, and they have the full control over Drake. See, if you push that wave in, you would be looking at a different wave positioning, which means that you couldn't just walk up and take the dragon there,
Yeah,
because you
holy
can
shit, I
check
know
it,
what you
right?
mean.
I mean, it would be nice to have more AD with a pickaxe to CS
I
under
guess.
turret.
But
Now imagine shield and Sheen. Yeah, good luck CSing with shield and Sheen. Oof, that would be like
yeah,
next level rough. That's I don't know what the fuck was that camera positioning going for that. I mean, it's a good trade, don't get me wrong, but like the camera positioning there, you don't even know where the fuck the enemy jungler is at that point. Unless I missed him on the map, which could be a thing, because I'm focusing on what's happening in like the laning phase. It's a bit sad I can't see his mouse, like where the mouse is at all times. I can only see his clicks because of the Discord screen share settings. But it's okay, it is what it is. I'm mainly focused on the lane, and I'm gonna stop like commentating this after the lane phase. Obviously, I'm gonna still like point out some things, but right now we agreed to focus on the lane. So far it's positioning mistakes, but like again, positioning is not huge with Yumi because it's a bit different than trading mistakes. Like this is how he should have been playing level 1, and now again he doesn't switch targets, and because he doesn't switch targets, he can just free DPS, and because he can free DPS, well, that's what happens. I mean, that what he did there, that's how he should have been playing the whole time from level 1. When they step up way too far, but like he needs to learn how to take small trades, not just take small trades, not overdo. Like I wish I knew what his positioning was based on his support positionings, which is huge for me to know as an ADC main and as an ADC coach, because well, like I don't know, that's like a huge part of the laning phase for an ADC, right? I mean, this is a really good wave position. He just needs to no, don't ulti this. Shouldn't have ulti that. Should have kept the wave here. It's way better. I mean, he can still kind of keep it without slowly start pushing. If the wave was kept there, they would never. Don't know what Graves is doing, to be honest. Like, this is so useless, it's never gonna work. I guess it does work, I'm wrong. My main two of my main champions, I don't know their damage. Amazing video game coach player.
Oh shit, man. That's close.
Oh, I'm just rambling now.
Pushes in and base. Not objective.
Alright.
Okay, maybe.
Nah, fuck the play. This is a good decision to back there. It's a good decision to back there because you need to get back into the lane faster and start controlling the next wave, so you can start harassing them instead of going for the extra 80 gold. That would not be very cash money for you, to be honest, because the back would be delayed.
Oh, she's blue.
I mean, he's good at looking at that around the map. No, not many ADCs actually look around the map when they're walking to the lane in this elo. So yeah.
Oh yeah, she said.
She's still killed.
Oh,
Soraka is there. Doesn't matter that she's alone, you should just look to zone her off, not even try to like go for any sneaky beaky plays, just zone her off. No, don't do that, because now your wave is not
oh shit, okay, maybe that's it.
Yeah, you don't need any of this.
No, that's it.
All you need to do is just zone her off, but now you have to push because you ulted the wave. And then went in for a play, if that's what you want to call it.
Sex your mid. So we can just deny her shit.
Oh yeah, 80 gold, nice, juicy. It wouldn't be much better to just deny her everything from further away. I would eat forward and then flash. Never mind. I would eat forward and flash there like a second earlier, because yeah, I would go for the kill. But as I see, he doesn't need to do that. He definitely doesn't need to do that. That would just be me being a fucking Chad. Probably wouldn't even get a kill because Kai'Sa ulti. Nah, probably still get a kill, but like doesn't need any of that. Now he needs to not hit the wave, needs to freeze this. Stop mindlessly pushing waves when you're ahead. He just needs to like keep the, just don't hit the minions, hit them and let the minions stay in one place so that graves can come for a gank and you can start denying stuff. You don't need to be like matching the push right now. They can't crash, they can't make you crash right now because they're just gonna lose the fight, right? Don't stay on this side, stay on the other side. This is where Zac can jump on you even if Graves is here, it still turns into coin flippy 3v3. This is exactly what I want, the coin flippy 3v3 now. This is like,
Oh my god.
see what I mean? Even after Malphite TP and your mid moves, it still turns into a coin flip. Yep, exactly. Fuck. So if you just stayed on the other side, Malphite, Zac wouldn't even have jumped.
Could have gone way better.
So why wouldn't Zac jump if you're on the other side? Well, because then he would walk up to the last bush and wait there. He would not be charging it up to jump on the graves then. No, you need to go top. What the fuck? Oh no, this is... Yeah, I mean, that's the only place to be, but like, what the fuck is your team rotating? Rotations on? I don't know. Not gonna even bother asking. So now you should just take the CS and, well...
What is there?
You should go to Dragon now with Yumi. So they can't get it. You should just go Dragon. To get the vision and stuff. You shouldn't be mid right now. There is nothing mid. As you see, there is no wave here. I mean, it's arriving obviously now, but there was no wave there before. And it's a cannon wave that's arriving. And if it's a cannon wave, that means it's going to take time to push in, which means it gives you time to actually go and get the vision in a Dragon. This mid board is usually good, but it doesn't matter because, well, there is nobody on the side lane to rotate you yet. So you could have placed this way in there before you head to Dragon, and right now you just like have a mid ward on mid lane. Who does it protect? Because this ward is for the side lane, like that mid ward. It's to see where the enemy mid laner is gonna walk. You don't need to push these waves. You need to keep the wave there. You don't need to do anything with it. Now you should look to prepare Dragon, and that's when you should push. Not right now, just mindlessly pushing. Don't even bother going bot. You need to protect mid. Just ulti it. Ulti bot so you get an assist potentially. Too late.
No, it's too late.
Just ping Dragon. You need to ping Dragon. Use your pings. What is this for pathing? You're an ADC. There's absolutely no reason to be there. Like, you're in mild risk because you know the enemy Renekton is dead and they're out of position, everybody is. But like, what's the upside of walking into that? Positioning as an ADC. Upside versus downside.
Oh shit.
You should be a Dragon right now. Fuck this mid shit. Should be, I mean, not running it, but like you should be spamming Dragon. Oh, it's already taken. What am I saying? Why do I think it wasn't taken? Never mind. I guess because you never went there. That's on me. Being mid there was good. My bad.
Okay, they got it.
I mean, that's a decent dish ulti. You should just let her push in and then look to freeze right here and then slow push and crash a big wave. You can zone her off everything. You don't need to be mindlessly pushing this.
Oh my god. Fuck me. Oh, whatever.
Like, what was the reason of killing those minions? You could have held the wave away from her. Like, what are you achieving right now? There is no objective to go for. The only thing you could potentially do is push out and go Herald, but look at your jungler, so there is no point in even like pushing this. You can't achieve anything. Also, when you have Yuumi, you need to walk around the side, like at the sides of the lanes, which you can ward and stuff. You don't need to be there. Like, Malphite is going there. See, this is why I need to carry Yuumi around, so she actually gets to use her shit. I mean,
unlucky.
Well, again, you're just mindlessly pushing and then just
okay.
you're just bouncing waves in between.
This game. Just get carried.
Just get carried. I mean, you could be doing way more, bruh. But obviously, like, he doesn't hear me right now. Like, I have this muted, so.
Should have fought it.
Should back and get execution and say
executioners before we can do anything, I guess.
Exactly. At least he didn't bite in lane. I think executioners in lane is so bait here. Especially as Ezreal. Oh my fucking god, Malphite opened with his ulti.
Deep, no?
Oh my god. Yeah, she's dead. Don't even chase, just let Graves get it. Don't chase, just take the turret damage. When is Dragon coming up? It's like 2 minutes. This isn't aware of the dark moves. I hate that. Obviously it's preference, there is nothing else to it. Now he just did 2.2k gold, just back. Why are you fighting this? You have 2.2k gold, you deal no damage whatsoever, you have no mana, you just pushed in, which is a perfect time to back. Dragon is coming up in like 1.5 minutes, which means right now you need to reset and go get on the Dragon vision control. And then reset. You're not useful in this fight at all. Resetting, preparing for objectives. Gold, mana, waves. Emphasis on gold, mana, and waves. Like, just reset. Stop this blasphemy.
Am I getting ulted?
No, you're not getting ulted. She's out of range. You just get XX here, and then you get boots, and you go into. Please don't.
I just go Iceborne. No.
No. No.
You sure? But
yes, I'm. Well, Kaiser is AP.
I trust you.
Okay, go boots, go XX. Go boots and XX. Boots, lucidity. Just go lucidity. XX. Executioners. Yeah, and now take Stinger.
Okay.
And now you're gonna be actually useful and play upwards. Don't play like a squirrel. And see, because whatever, I'll just talk about this.
Okay.
See, because your back was so late, like this is when we're talking into the wall. Your back was so late because now you're not gonna be there in time for the dragon. Like you're gonna be there as it spawns, but you should be there with 30 seconds before it spawns. You're not even there when it spawns. So obviously the slow buy took some time as well. There is no point in going Iceborne here because, well, who you're gonna die to? Quinn can't just get past your front line. Who can? Kaisa can. Okay, I mean, Renekton kinda can, but Renekton
Holy
is
shit. Oh.
Would Iceborne have saved you there?
Maybe yes, I think, but
why were you there? Why were you there in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, didn't look at the map.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's just positioning mistakes. Iceborne is useless there. Like, yes, it might save you like out of these plays, but these plays shouldn't happen. You should not rely on that item to save you in these situations.
Yikes.
The only person I can get onto him here is Renekton and Zac, Kaisa, and Renekton. Renekton has dash 3 teams, which means he can get CC'd, he can get kited. Zac, you can't fucking do anything when he's flying at you. Kaisa, ulti, can't do anything. Quinn has to fly at him, and that has to be a positioning mistake. So there is no point in going Iceborne here. There's absolutely no point in going Iceborne. And now we're back. What's the point of pushing this? You should just be freezing this and letting them lose as many CS as possible. Are just gonna push out and you cannot get the next wave because, well, it's too hard and you're on ADC. Farm the jungle, I guess that's the only thing you can do. Farm the jungle. Why didn't you farm the jungle then?
should have.
Yeah, well, there was nothing else to do on the map. Jungle.
I mean, my thought process was just, okay, Graves strong, Graves can carry, I just leave it to Graves.
You can carry, and that's some. You look at your CS. You have 170 CS, almost 180, which means you're averaging 8 CS a minute. Are you not strong?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Graves is short. Graves is short range. They have a bunch of tanks. See?
Okay. Yeah.
Also, camps respawn really fast in season 10. Should not dev that. Like Graves is saying, dev that there's no point. It's better for you that it falls so you can actually like freeze on the tier 2 and then get free shit. He's going Sanguine Blade. Oh my fucking god. Oh, Graves is going Sanguine Blade. I'm not getting tilted. This is Master tier. Like, how is this Master tier and he's going Sanguine Blade into a Renekton? Like, what is he gonna do on the side lane? Fucking bop him with a.
Flash again?
No, go for Kai'Sa, son. Oh. He's just nervous. That's normal. No way he's like playing like this normally, where he's like losing his character and shit. Yeah. See what I mean? Like, this is just nervousness because I'm watching. I'm not gonna let this pass. Like, this is just pure nervousness. This is. Would Iceborne have saved you there?
No.
Exactly. So it's just positioning. Like, this is all nervousness. Like, no way he's like this. Like, he's no way a Master Tier player is this bad at positioning and stuff, right? And he's not constantly losing his camera. That's just because I'm watching. Like, that happens to everybody. It's normal. And I mean, they're gonna lose, I think, because yeah. Of course, the D1 ego. Just the way you play my champ, it cringes me. Yeah, mate, you're playing Malphite. That's a good point.
Oh, fuck
I mean,
me,
again,
though.
use space to recenter your camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all good. It's just nervousness. Like, no way he's like making these mistakes otherwise. Why is he buying Sanguine Blade? Like, we cannot do anything on the side lane. He doesn't have 1-3-1 potential because Malphite can't go on the side lane. They have Quinn and Renekton. He goes on the side lane, he just dies. They have a shit ton of tanks. Lethality does nothing. He should be going fucking Black Cleaver here to help out Ezreal. More and stuff. And Death Dance as well. I don't fucking know what the fuck is it. It's just built by him. He thinks he's Tarzan or something. Like, look at this. What is going on there?
Is this a Blade game though? I think so, right? I mean, I'd go Blade now. Or after the stance.
Check what they're buying. Yeah, it's definitely a Blade game. Look at them. They all have HP.
Yeah. Okay. But can you not? Okay, she's fucking dead.
Oh well. It's farm jungle. There is no point in sharing this XP with Malphite right now. Absolutely no point. You're sharing XP 3-way when you could be getting jungle camps, and they would get 2-man XP instead of 3-man, and you would also be getting.
Oh my god.
Oh, I guess there is no jungle camp, so worth checking. Fair enough.
Let's just reset.
Syndra is completely useless. Well, got the information I needed. Now just waiting for this to be over to have a talk. Then a second live game where I'll be telling him what to do, or I'll be like more into it. See.
Okay.
Goodbye, my friend.
Holy shit, the meeting. Yeah, this game's over.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. There's nothing you can. What is Malphite even fucking
I don't
doing?
know.
He just gargoyle. Wait, he has gargoyle. Oh my god. Imagine doing gargoyle and Malphite. Alright, GG. So okay, so here's the thing about this review, okay? Like, not this particular game. There's way more information than actual what I'm gonna send you. So you can listen to it and you're gonna like get shit more in depth, but I'm just gonna give you like the outline.
Okay.
And after that we're gonna go into another game where I'll be more active, okay? So number one, the number one thing that's like a problem with Yumi is that when I'm reviewing you, I need to see your positioning based on your own support, like how you react to what they do and stuff. With Yumi, I cannot see that because it's Yumi, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. But besides that, okay. So let's talk about your mistakes. So level 1, never walk in alone into a bush like that. Just stick with your support, because if they're invading there and you walk in alone as an ADC, you're dead. You lost the whole fucking game basically. All right. Like where you walked into a bush, you'll see in the volume. We walked into a bush and that like Yumi wasn't even nowhere near. And obviously, if your support is there, he can cover for you. But that's like basic shit. Now, next thing is, and I'll focus on the laning phase here. So okay. You need to punish them for their step-ups when they're stepping up alone. How many times did Soraka just walk up out of line, like completely got free damage on you and went back because he didn't even auto-attack her? How many times did Kai'Sa go for a minion, your mage minion, which is close to you, and you didn't even auto-attack her there? Like, I could count like 7 to 8 times that happened, where you could have gotten an auto-attack on Kai'Sa or an auto-attack on Soraka, and there's been at least 2 instances where you could have killed Soraka, because she walked up into you 2 alone, and you didn't do anything. How many times this happened only once, but like it probably happens more with other supports. Yumi, let this sink in, Yumi was in front of you fighting with them, and you were just farming minions. You need to like look at the positioning and you need to like punish them for bad positioning. You need to punish them for walking up. You need to punish them for going for CS. You need to make them choose. Do they go for CS and take damage? Do they not take damage and not get the CS and stuff? You can't just be farming your own minions and doing nothing in the laning phase. You need to react to what's happening with your own minions, not just their minions, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And based on that, you need to punish them and you need to react to what they're doing. If Soraka is walking up alone without Kai'Sa, if she's just stepping up to trade you, you can trade her because it's fucking Soraka into Ezreal. How does she win that trade if you have a Yuumi on top of you? Even if you don't have a Yuumi on top of you, how does she win that trade against an ADC there? Well, she doesn't. It's simple as that, right? And you'll see in the water it happened, like especially early on, she just walked up, auto didn't do anything, and yeah. Then next thing is you never switch targets. You tunnel vision a lot in fights. Like whenever a fight happens, you just go on the guy that you've been attacking the whole time just because he's slow. Don't do that. You need to switch targets regardless of their HP, because one target is auto-attacking you for free on the sideline. On the sideline, he's basically like next to you. Like Kai'Sa was, you get on Soraka. There was one instance where you did like a really good thing where you went forward, you eat forward, and you like punish Soraka for being too up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that whole time, Kai'Sa was literally in melee range next to you, auto-attacking you. And using her spells while Soraka was running far away. You need to switch the target there, you need to attack Kai'Sa. So then you can punish both of them, not just take free damage for the Soraka damage. Because you're trying to chase something as an ADC. You're basically trying to chase a butterfly, that's what you're doing. When there's a really big fucking target next to you. Like, if I'm the enemy ADC, I'm always taking that trade because you never get onto me. You just get onto the first guy, whoever you can get onto, and then, you don't do anything with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, now next thing is you're trading. You need to take smaller trades. You always go and you try to like fucking kill them, or you like take super huge trades. Just take one auto attack, two auto attack, three auto attack trades. Take one auto, one Q. Just take the win. Use that. Like you'll always see high elo ADCs. They don't like go for any fucking like all-ins randomly. You know what I mean? They go for like a slow, like the best ADCs go for like a slow burn of HP, like auto attack here, auto attack there, like a full combo here, full combo there, and then when they can kill them for sure, that's when they go in for the kill. They don't like the first trade that appears to them like that's good. They don't go in for the whole kill there. Does that make sense?
Just be more patient, like first you can trade them later.
Exactly.
When you have beaten them, you can win the trade.
You usually win the initial exchange, and then you just lose you lose your built-up lead.
Okay,
like
so because I forced too much.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then how do you actually build it? You need to like be better at your wave control, and that like when you're that ahead, not ahead, but like when you're like winning every trade, every small trade, you can use the wave control in your advantage to the point where like freeze out Kai'Sa out of her CS, freeze Kai'Sa out of her resources, freeze Kai'Sa out of any trades. But like what you do is you just mindlessly push and then you just bounce waves in between and nothing happens. Until like a jungler ganks. Like literally that's your whole lane, that's your mid game. You in mid lane, how many times you'll see in the VOD, you could have frozen the wave so many times because Kai'Sa was behind and Kai'Sa was alone while you had Yuumi with you, or you were ahead and the wave was perfectly positioned for a freeze where you can deny her resources and stuff, but you were just mindlessly pushing even though there's no objective on the up, there's nothing happening, and you're not achieving anything with that push. You're just giving her CS and giving yourself CS. So who wins out that trade? Obviously she does because Kai'Sa outscales you. Because it's Kai'Sa. And so you'll see like there's way more to get in depth into wave control, but you'll see in the water review like where exactly I called it out, etc., and you'll see. And if you obviously have questions, you can ask me afterwards like about it. And then because like I can't like show you without the examples, right? But like you'll see like there's been like more than five instances where you could have froze the wave, where you could have crashed, where you could have slow pushed, where you could have done where you could have hard pushed, and you just like go for like just bounce the wave. Here, you want this? You can have these minions. I'm gonna have these minions, and then you're just like handshaking everything. Now positioning as an ADC. So although the times your positioning is like, I mean, I'm not even gonna get into you walking into like random bushes and shit. But like, just think about it this way, okay? When you make a decision on where you want a path, what's the upside of like walking into a bush? What's the upside of walking through the river when you can just go around? Like, what's the upside to walking through the river instead of walking around? You get there faster, right? Like, if the fight is in the river and you're in mid, and you walk into a mid bush to get to the river, you get there faster than you do if you went through the around, right?
Yep.
What's the downside? Of What's the downside of walking through a river as an ADC alone? Walking into dying and losing, and you lose the game. What's the downside of walking around? It takes longer. It takes like 2-3 seconds longer, right? What's the upside? You don't die, which means you don't throw the game. So yeah, just use your head. Don't just walk into the. Just don't think you're like ever self-sufficient in terms of like walking into and taking a 1v1. You died like 3 or 4 separate occasions where you just walked into the enemy team. Here's a general rule for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There should always be somebody in front of you as an ADC before a fight even starts. If there is nobody in front of you, you need to take the safest route possible. Because you have no fucking clue where anybody is. And you don't have any 1v1 potential to fight anybody later on. Like, Kai'Sa beats you 1v1, Renekton beats you 1v1, even fucking Zac beats you 1v1, because he just needs to lock you down for everybody else to come, right? Obviously, Quinn beats you 1v1, right?
Yep.
And then next thing is resetting, preparing for objectives, and getting back on the map and time, and emphasis on gold. So let's talk about very specific back timing. I mean, I think there was 2 or 3 instances of this, but like I'm gonna talk about very specific, and you'll see in the VOD. So there was a time where Dragon was about to spawn in like 2 minutes. I called out like Dragon spawning in 2 minutes. You had 1.8k gold. You just kept bouncing the waves back and forth. You had 2.3k gold. Dragon is spawning in 1 minute. Instead of resetting, you're going for a fucking dive in mid lane. You take a fight. You have 2.3k gold in your inventory, which means you're weak as shit. You lose the fight. Your whole team fucking dies. You lose Dragon positioning. You try to reset at 2.3k. Dragon is spawning in 20 seconds. You don't reset because, I mean, it's already too late, so they can just walk into your jungle and stop your reset. Then it takes another 10 seconds to reset, which means you reset by the time Dragon spawns, and then just take Dragon. Or maybe you took the Dragon, and remember what happened. Basically, you were not there for the Dragon fight. Because you were taking so fucking long to reset, and the fight that you did participate in, you got absolutely useless because you didn't reset your gold. You have no mana. You have 2.3k gold in your inventory. Like, that's such a basic mistake, right? How much money is that? Like, that's a fuck ton of money, right? And the wave was perfectly positioned for you to, like, you just pushed out the wave into the enemy turret. You have no mana, you have 2.3k gold, and Dragon is spawning like 1 minute 30 or something like that. You reset that, you come back, you're ready to fight. You're strong as shit for the, maybe in 1 minute, 1 minute or 1 minute 30 it was for the Dragon. You're strong as shit. You have full mana. Wave is perfectly crashed into the enemy turret, which means they have to either clear it or they're losing resources. You're ready to fight for the Dragon, you're ready to fight for the vision, you're ready to like just basically win the whole fucking thing. Instead you just go for a dive mid with 2.3k in your inventory. Like, resetting is important. Resetting is more important than anything else. Then the next thing I want to talk about is farming the jungle when there's nothing else to do. I mean, I called you out on this. You need to like consistently farm the jungle, because if you don't, then you know you're gonna fall behind. You have like 8 to 9 CS the whole time, and then you end up with like 7 or something. Let me check. What did you?
7.
Yeah, it was 7.6 because you didn't farm the jungle almost ever. You were just bouncing the wave with mid. You could have had like 9 if you just kept the wave correctly, and you would have made how much did Kai'Sa have? She had 7.9. She would have had like 6 if you just kept the waves correctly, like, and you all crashed when you needed to. You needed to freeze when you needed to freeze, because you were ahead the whole time in terms of like wave control. You were the one controlling the wave the whole time. It wasn't her. It was you who controlled the wave there. She's winning with this. Oh my god. Yeah. Damn, Master Tier is really low level. People win with these like stat lines. Yeah. So there's that, and then later on the game was lost because you got caught because of the things we talked about, right? Positioning and stuff. Yep. Then now, do you have any questions about that game?
About that game, I think you've said everything. I mean, really bad positioning, like a lot of the time. Bad trades,
bad positioning, bad wave control, and horrible wave control. But I mean, I talked about this in VOD review.
Mm-hmm.
I think your positioning wasn't even like, because I don't think you're that bad where you just walk into like the whole enemy team. I think it was just because you were nervous because somebody else is watching you play, right? That just happens to everybody. That's like very normal. Because like, I don't think you just lose randomly your character in like a fucking like where nothing is happening, you know what I mean? And you just walk into like the whole team where you're not even thinking. I think that's like just in the nerves, and no way that's like, no way you're like Master Tier and you're like just like, that doesn't even happen to Silvers, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's that now. Yeah, so the more information will be in that pod. Now let's get into the second game, where I'll be telling you. I mean, I won't be like telling you, but I'll be like watching you play, and I'm gonna give you like more information in terms of what I would do and like where should you go and what you should do. I hope it's not a fucking shit 20-minute stomp, because that would be anticlimactic.
Yeah.
This was a decent coaching game except for the Yumi fact, but nothing we can do about that, is there?
Yeah. But I mean, it's fine. I still saw my mistakes, and I mean, that's like the whole purpose, I guess, because it's not like you telling me what I did good, but what I can improve at.
I mean, well, I can tell you what you did do good. I mean, what did you do good here? You took a couple good fights. You honestly reacted well to your jungler ganking, even though a lot of the times you didn't need to react, but like you reacted well to your jungler ganking. You checked the map. I think I even said it in the actual area. So you were checking your map and like checking the lanes more than the average master tier ADC, and you were what else were you doing well? I mean, you took the right runes. I don't know. I don't even remember what you did well. Like you CS well for the first like 20, not for the first 10 minutes. Then you just like completely lost the wave control. You rotated for the first. No, you didn't rotate for the dragon. I mean, obviously you do some shit well, but like there was not much to see there that you did well.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's what like what I meant to say is that it's not that bad to have a like losing game as a coaching session.
Yeah.
Like, you can point out the mistakes.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's just like a 20, like you said, a 20-minute hard stomp from my team, like
yeah.
what are you gonna tell me? Like, yeah, you did good getting carried. Or something like
I mean, I could still tell shit like about positioning and like traits and stuff, because like,
Yeah, sure.
but like, yeah, this is better because like I can see like how you're reacting when you're like falling behind.
Wait, I'm in champ select already.
All right. Okay, so we have Nunu, we have Zillion. I mean, Zillion and Caitlyn is really fucking good. As for, do you have Zillion? You probably don't, right?
No. Like
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I need to buy other accounts. Like not other accounts, other champions.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Enough, okay. This is fucking hell, I hate playing into Tristana Morgana as well. But we get Caitlyn. This is good. This is really good. Kate Zillion is so disgusting. All Maxi. Oh my god.
But
no,
why though?
You have Caitlyn. Go Q. Son.
Wait, does he always go Emax or is it against Tristana? But like, why we can never get away though?
Yeah. Also, I mean, with Q, you just like control the wave the whole time. Oh, it's Hecarim. Oh, this is like a fucking dodge game, to be honest. This is 100% a dodge game. Look at your team and look at the enemy team. Like, how are you winning this? In what world are you winning this? Unless they pick like some troll top laner. You sure you want to play this?
I mean, if you're down with the dodge and then
Yeah, just dodge and wait. Like, how are you gonna win this? They have the better Tifa, they have the better champions, they have more agency, and you have a Yasuo. Like, this is unwinnable. Yeah, just dodge this. There's no point in playing this. Like, there's legit no point in playing this.
Okay.
Alright, and
just...
yeah. I'm gonna take a quick break, then I'm gonna go get some more drinks and stuff.
Yeah, sure, then I would just be AFK for 1 second as well.
Alright.
So I'm back.
I'm back. Can you cue it? Yeah, 4 seconds, nice.
Can't hear you, by the way, if you're speaking.
Oh shit, I was still muted. Fuck, man. No, I just said that I hope I get Kate and that the game goes through this time.
Yeah.
Because actually, I think like every game's winnable, especially in this elo. Because just one dude has a tilt and loses his mind, and the game's won.
Yeah. I mean, I won't say every game. But
No, no, not like this. I mean, there's
yeah.
always, but it, I think like draft is never like 100%.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
But I mean, it's a difference if it's like, I don't know, 80-20, or I would say that that game which I dodged was pretty close to 80-20. Like 80% losing, 20%
Yeah.
winning. But
I mean, that was just Zoe, the Hecarim, and then to
Canon,
Cannon to fucking, and then
yeah,
Morgana. Like Tristana isn't even like the issue, but like she even dives.
yeah.
But like fucking Morgana, that's so disgusting.
And I mean, the Cillian Emacs versus Morgana. I don't know if I'm a fan.
Yeah, yeah. Your team was looking like fuck. You have Yasuo, like, come on, bro.
Oh, nice. We got a game.
Nice. Hmm. Let's see what we have here. Soraka, okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's perfectly
I
fine.
mean, Caitlyn is like good into everything, I guess.
It's
Doesn't really matter.
it's pretty safe.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of whatever. Sen or Soraka, okay, that's an Executioner's game.
Definitely. And that's a very aggressive game. You have Brand Kate.
Oh, he's seriously TP though.
Yeah, a lot of brands go TP. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's fine.
It's not like a turbo bait. How much longer this guy is the one that's gonna get turbo baited?
Yeah, I mean, it's so dead. I can already see it.
Don't forget to screen share.
Oh, yeah, sure. Also, like, how important do you think is Executioners? Is it like if I could go, like BF on first back, should I still go BF or should I go Exa and something like, I don't know, Carl or Boots?
Come again? Sorry, I kind of like slept through that.
Okay, how important do you think is Executioners in this game? If
Uh,
I have, like, first back, I could buy BF. Do I
you
still
got
go
BF,
BF?
BF, BF, yeah. Early Executioners isn't as good as you think.
I talked about this in the last game as well. Early Executioners is pretty bait. It's good here because Soraka, but it's not like groundbreaking.
Mhm.
Especially when somebody like Brand could fucking get it, to be honest. But he's never gonna do it because he's D1.
Executioners.
Yeah, just good Executioners. He has time to auto attack because he uses his spells and he stuns them, so he can auto attack once. You'll see a lot of supports do this in like worlds and stuff. Showmaker did it on Twisted Fate. He got Executioners. I mean, obviously it's easier to auto attack on Twisted Fate, but like Brand, if he uses W plus Q, he stuns them. He can auto once. He applies Executioners. Obviously, you only do it for laning phase. Later on, he can't like apply it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, but like for laning phase, it's much better that he would get it. But he's not gonna do it because he's D1. He doesn't think that's like it makes sense.
I mean, I wouldn't get it as far.
Exactly.
Because I've never seen it.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's
I mean, it isn't very intuitional. Like, you wouldn't think that that's an item you should buy.
Yeah, well, of course. But like, trust me, it's so good. I get it on Blitz every time if I'm playing into Soraka. It just makes it impossible for her to play the game. Because, you know, the E fucking proc. But like, trust me, it's so easy to auto attack. You'll see him auto attack like so often on Brand, like when he hits his fucking spells. They have double defensive, or am I wrong? Yeah, they have double defensive. Also, this would be a good game for lethal tempo, but like I would still go fleet footwork. Just fuck the lethal tempo. I don't like it. That's personal preference. But if you want to go,
I think if I had an all-in spot, like let's say Blitzcrank, I would go for lethal tempo. But Brand is like still somewhat trading. So, like,
oh, she's trolling.
if no SW, okay, no.
Okay. Brand is trolling now. No, don't go into the bush. This just fucks you up. You should have just kited backwards so you get to the lane faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but
so.
just so I get the headshot.
I know why you're going to the bush, but like you don't do it on blue buff. It's not worth. You see, like you. Okay, so now you hardship because you have so much pressure under their turret as Brand Caitlyn. You can just harass them there. Hit her. You see, she walks up. You just hit her. Hit her. Like how is she allowed to go this far? Don't hit her again. You just got an auto attack. That's enough. She's gonna go for that minion. Now you have the chance to hit her. See, like watch your minions. What? You don't care about these. You can't hit her on these. Oh, this is a good hit. Yeah, that's a good hit because she's gonna go for the soul. Brand should have hit that there. Hit Soraka. Look how far she is. I mean, right. Just hit her as you're walking back. Don't use your Q. Stop using your Q like that. It's so fucking bad to use it because you're a static target basically. It takes way too long to like get it off. Get your trap and set up your trap on the opposite side of Brand, like completely, so they're forced to be on the Brand side. AKA set it up on the river side. You know what I mean?
So.
Huh?
Or like
yeah. No, not like too close, but like, you know what I mean? On that side, so they're forced to be more on his side. Like where the minions are, or a bit above. Put it there. Walk up further. You see where Brand is. You need to be in this. Like he's so far up, you need to be far up as well. Where's the enemy jungler? See, he can get auto attacks. This is why you get executions on Brand. It's so easy to get auto attacks on him when you hit your spells. Yeah, good trade. Okay, watch your Brand. Be up. Look, what's your position? You need to be further up. Zone them. Okay, this is good. Slow push this on next wave crash, and you can look for a pickaxe back if you don't miss any.
Pickaxe over executioners?
Yeah, just go pickaxe. It's so not worth to get executioners early. It's so bait. Trust me, it's so bait. Like just think about it. It's a huge bait.
Okay, so this
just hard crash this. If you can't get pickaxe, just go. You can't get pickaxe. Just go executioners then. But yeah, you don't have enough for pickaxe. I miscalculated the waves. I thought it was cannon wave. Then you would have had enough. That's my bad. But now you just go back. You get executioners. Now you just win the lane. That's over. Now just freeze, slow push, and if it doesn't fully reset, slow push. If it does, try to freeze. Try to force them to use their. Try to force Senna to use her Q on you, so she use the minions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you have a lot of threat on the turret, but now you don't want to push. Even though it's good to push into Sona because she has really shitty CSing on their turret, but you can just freeze her out of every CS anyway, and then you're never gonna run the risk of dying, and then you can go for a lane gank as well if you're freezing, like really easily. Yeah, just freeze this. Just tank the wave and freeze this. Don't even bother. I mean, if they're not backing, you can fight it, but like don't bother with fighting otherwise. Oh, he didn't catch the wave for you. Oh, he didn't fully catch the wave. This is so bad. Don't let the wave crash at any cost.
Wait, you got it.
Okay.
But it's a bit fun now.
Oh. Change targets. Look at Soraka. She's next to you. You don't need to hit Sen. You don't need to hit Sen. It could be if you were hitting Soraka there the whole time. When she was literally standing melee range to you, she would have died there to Nunu because Nunu would have went on Soraka. You were never gonna get that Senna anyways, and this is what happens to you every time. You see what I mean?
Okay, but I have like auto just focus ADC because.
No, that's bad. I mean, even if. But we'll use your potion just in case you don't save it. Just use it. Why not? Like there is no reason to save it, right? And stay away from the bushes. It's Kha'Zix, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, it's Kha'Zix.
Yeah, just stay away from the bushes at all costs. Just stay on the opposite side. No, not there. Just opposite. As soon. Yeah.
We have friends, therefore.
Yeah. Fuck him. We don't care. Even if he's there, we want to build good habits, right?
Okay.
Like it does. Like there's no way Kha'Zix can jump that wall, right? Yeah. I mean, he stopped that. That now doesn't matter. Go further up. Don't push this. Just go further up. Because Brand is too far up. If he gets caught, he's dead. So you need to be further up to help him with traps. You need to set up your traps while they're not here. Set them up on the opposite side of the bushes because Brand wants to play the bush side. So you want to force them to be on the bush side. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Don't be this far up right now. Crash the wave. You need to crash the wave and harass them under turret now. There is no point in freezing at the moment. Just a hard crash and harass them under turret. Don't go for wards. This is useless. Like you see, we saw him top before, and also this ward doesn't do anything. If you already see him there, your chances are you're fucking dead. So that ward just delays your hard shove. Harass them when you're pushing. You need to be further up. It's okay if you're alone. Like Nunu and Brand are right by the corner. Just go under turret, go and harass them. Don't let her free CS. This is what Caitlyn does. You set up your traps on both sides. Yeah, that's good. And then harass her. She's getting free CS. Yeah, harass. There you go. Now hard shove this again. Now you need to hard shove this because you have so much threat under turret. Plus you have Brand and Nunu both sides, which means you can literally hard shove and look for one more wave and then look for a BF sword or boots depending on. Look Syndra's HP and mana. Look Syndra's HP and mana. You see what you don't see her anymore. Too late. Care, we don't know where she is right now. She probably went back to mid, but like I'd be careful. Yeah, she's back mid. Okay, now hard push this wave and look to back for boots, so you can hard shove waves and harass them on the turret. Go further up. Go way further up, so you force them to use their abilities on you. You want to back anyway, so it doesn't matter if they use. Don't go to the wall because you don't know where Kha'Zix is, right?
Okay.
Now you just go back and get beats and get a control ward or something. If you want to, you can wait gold, but I wouldn't do that because it's way too much gold to wait. You'd have to wait 15 seconds. 14 seconds.
Now we can just reset. Waste time.
Yeah. Watch Kha'Zix and his level and shit. Well, he's going to your jungle. I would go into my jungle and ward the Gromp. Ward the Gromp is he's not there. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, it's not. Also, the Gromp's not up.
Yeah, I know it's not up, but he's gonna go there. He doesn't know that it's not up, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I should say go as far away from the wall as possible.
I mean, we saw where he is, so it doesn't matter. But like, he can't kill you in between your turrets. No way, because you're just coming back now after a back. You're super strong, and it's in between your turrets. Save the ward for a lane gang from Nunu. Don't use it on like anything else. Don't stand next to Nunu. No, just save it. He's not Nunu. Stop. It's not gonna. They can take it in time. Now you should just hard shove this.
Okay.
You have a boot hard shove and then harass them when they're gonna come back. You need to set up your traps better. Also, maxing Q here is useless. You should have been maxing traps here. Because they're both immobile and you're harassing them on the turret, which Q is useless for. You get your traps and you can harass them on the turret, but you can set up your traps better and you can set up your zone control, which is much more than you did with Brand, Vel'Koz and stuff. Now just look to go mid. You can potentially ult mid and get something done. You don't need to be here right now. Just go mid. This is really good. Ping that you're coming. This is potentially really good. Potentially. Ulti him? Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Even if he doesn't kill him, that's you should be closer to the wall. Oh, don't ever flash forward. Don't ever flash forward as an ADC. Just closer to the wall, and if you can, auto attack next time. Remember, not dying is more important than getting kills for you. And using flash on shit like this is like obviously not good, right? Don't heal him. Don't heal him. Don't heal him yet. Don't heal him. Oh, you shouldn't have healed him. Even if he died, first and foremost, you wouldn't have died because the Sen attack's so slow. But secondly, even if it dies there, it baits Kha'Zix to go. And if Kha'Zix goes, you just kill him as well. It's so worth it. And you save heal, which is another huge thing for you. Now you just get a shit ton of plates. Tell them to fuck off and let you get the plates alone. No, oh, he's gonna
get just entire turret with Herald?
No, this is bad. If you get entire turret, then you have nowhere to go because you can't stay mid against Syndra. And Echo, I mean, Echo is good on Silent, but Echo is much better in mid because Echo is a direct counter to Syndra because of his Q. He can wave play and he can get on top of her. Now see how bad it is for you?
Yep.
Now Kha'Zix can come and like Syndra can roam and stuff, and you can't be mid. I mean, you have to go mid. Like, there's nowhere else to be. But like, it's gonna be hard for you to tell Echo to go side lane because right now, like, being mid is so bad for you because you're against Syndra. But like, that's the only place for you to be. Now you should look to slow push mid and then crash and look to move into objectives. When is Dragon and Herald up? Get that dagger. Get the dagger. Get the dagger. Go for Infinity Edge. Don't go for Stormrazor.
Okay.
You're going for Infinity Edge here because they don't have many ways of getting onto you, so you don't need a Stormrazor, right? And you don't have many ways of you don't have like shit like Hecarim that just dives. I mean, you have Camille, but that's like she has ulti, so it doesn't matter, right? So Stormrazor is useless, and you're ahead. And since you're so far ahead, that means you can. Does she kill him there? No, she doesn't. You should just go mid. Well, I don't know what you're doing here. Like, you're hunting kill. You shouldn't be doing this. Just go mid. This is how you're losing your CS. You have 10 CS per minute just before this. Now look to tank the wave. No, you can't. Just stay and don't get dove. Okay, so you go Infinity Edge because it gives you way more damage and way more agency in fights. Stormrazor is only good if they have a lot of diving potential, or your team has a lot of diving potential, and Camille doesn't count because she has her ulti, so she doesn't need you. You don't have like Hecarim and like Talon and shit, all those champs, and they don't have shit.
Do I stay for the wave or do I just go Drake?
Go Drake. Fuck the wave. Just go Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go wave. You don't need to be heaven right now. You don't need to be this for this long. Yeah, smite and Q. See, and now you're gonna catch wave in time because you left in time.
Yep.
Watch what's happening with Brand. You don't wanna ulti that. I don't think. I mean, it's good damage, but like I don't think it's worth. Like I don't think you kill it. You know what I mean?
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Okay, don't push this. You don't need to push this. You need to slow push this. Wait for the next wave, then you crash 2 waves. What's the point of pushing this? You're gonna be end up in like a shitty spot. Now it's even in a worse spot because you can't properly see. You draw her out by just slow pushing because she can't back when you slow push. She can't obviously CS in the turret because you're slow pushing, right? Just don't touch the waves. It's all now. It's just gonna freeze. That's even better for you. And the next wave is coming. Also, that ward is useless. I talked about this in the next. It's good in scenarios where you need to protect the side lane. But like, who are you protecting on the side lane? There's nothing top and there's nothing bot. So who are you protecting with that ward? That ward is to see where the mid lane moves. You know that, right?
Yep.
What's this position? Why are you in like mid range? What are you doing? I mean, I kind of distracted you with explaining the ward, but like, always be like, do you have your E bound to your attack range? Okay.
What?
How do you see your attack range?
With A.
Well, then spam that so you're always on the edge of that, not just walking into melee ranges.
Okay. Go for cloak or just?
Yeah, go for cloak, of course. What else are you gonna buy? Don't go mid. Don't go there. Go camps. Go camps and top. Ping that you're coming top. Go take red. You're not gonna get these. Go take red. Red. Ping red and ping top then. Yeah. Watch mid. You see what's happening mid. Because yeah, Echo's gonna get there in time. You don't need to go there. You need to go top. Ping top. Ping Herald. Spamping. Not once. Spamping no now. You can only ping him once, but that's you can't even ping him once. Watch mid. You hard push this for the Herald. Watch mid. Watch me see yourself, it's fine, you're not gonna die to anything here. The only thing that can kill this Kha'Zix, but you should be able to escape him with your traps. And heal flash. Now, spamming Herald, this is perfect Herald setup.
Okay, he's spot side.
Yeah, just go into his jungle, take his jungle, there's nothing that can kill you. Go take his Gromp. Don't take this, don't take the fucking plant. And watch Sandra, if she comes then that's a whole different story. It's not there, okay, that's fine. We got information, that's good enough. Spamming Herald. Take the plant so they can't enter. Wait, this is good, set this up. Oh, I should have made it a bit harder, but that's fine. She's still dead, probably. Oh, she flashed. That's fine. That's perfect. Oh, she's still dead. Heal him! Oh, he probably died. Yeah, he probably have died anyways. You're right. That's all good. I mean, you saved the heal. That's even better. Go mid. Don't go in alone. Wait for the brand. You don't know who the fuck could be there. Right now, we know there couldn't be anybody because we saw Shan, but like, we haven't seen him before. Use this plant on the fucking Herald to see if they have any vision on it. Alright. Get out of there. There's no point in being here. I mean, good job, now get out. Don't even... Oh! Okay, never mind, you fucking deal a lot of damage. There you go. Now just go Herald. Yeah, there you go. Just go Herald.
Herald. It's also out.
Yeah, just take the Herald. Oh my god, I was expecting her to take it and then we would have gotten top CS, but then and now back. Let him get him. You need to be there for the dragon. Look, the dragon is up in less than a minute. You need to reset it for that.
Okay.
Take the dragon.
I and now rapid fire, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, Phantom Dancer, because Syndra Kha'Zix. Yeah, Syndra Kha'Zix. Go Phantom Dancer. Then you can get the rapid fire later, obviously. Spamming dragon so everybody knows. You don't need to go bot, you just need to take the jungle camps as you're walking to the dragon. Take Grom, that should be good enough. You don't take detours. He's gonna get onto Gromp, isn't he? No, he's going bot, so you can get Gromp. Yeah, just get Gromp while you wait for your team. Nobody's in front of you, this is... You don't know... Go to Nono. Kite it towards Nono, yeah. Use your E, it's okay, it's gonna... Fuck it, yeah. Now just stay behind somebody, don't be like... Watch Echo. He's fucking dead. He didn't ulti, oh my god. This is why he didn't go bot, for that exact reason, because I knew this would happen. Like...
Okay.
But Echo is clearly
Do we just give?
Yeah, just give it, you have 2 Drakes, it doesn't matter. Like, they don't have anybody to benefit of that. Who's their top laner, again? Shen, okay, so Shen benefits.
Shen.
Yeah, so Shen is the only one that benefits of the mountain. Don't be here, you don't need to be here. There's nothing, like, to touch you here. Don't know why he dropped the Herald there, but like, that's a whole different story for her. A whole different day, just take the camps, yeah. Take Wolves as well. Oh, he's a fucking dickhead, take Wolves. Why is he taking, he doesn't need them, just ping it.
So just commit or?
I mean, yeah, now you go mid because he's not like, why is Nono taking them? Like, what does he get out of them? You need to set up your traps better, you're never using your traps, traps are your main thing. I mean, that doesn't help you, they were all topside. You saw them go topside. Oh, wow, I placed bot. Oh no. Just take the CS, don't even bother with that. Oh. Don't use your ulti in fights. Ulti and Q are not fighting abilities, they're poking abilities. Don't use them like in mid fight, you know what I mean? Okay. Just use your auto attacks and traps. Fuck the Q and ulti. E auto attacks and traps. That's your bread and bread and butter.
Yeah,
bread and butter. Yeah. Get your zeal here.
I mean,
we don't win 1-3-1. They have globals, of course we do. Oh my god. I mean, you can win 1-3-1, but it requires good execution. Get zeal. Hello. Okay, you could have sold the
should have sold.
Yeah. Zeal is more important. Or maybe not, I don't know, actually, because you need the HP here, because they have Kha'Zix that's fed. See, this is why we're going with Phantom Dancer, to avoid fucking getting dicked by Kha'Zix. Yeah, just go Gromp, there is no point in going anywhere else. That's a bad pathing, you should have taken the other pathing, because like this Kha'Zix could be here, you know what I mean?
I just killed no top.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind, then you're all good. What's happening bot? You need to
Shen's
see
behind
bot. You
me.
need to see bot. Yeah, I saw it, but like, what's happening bot?
Should I also path bot lane or no?
You should path to crab. That's where you should path.
But Shen was just behind me though.
Yeah, but what the fuck is he gonna do when you go to crab where Echo is?
Oh, fuck off.
Don't go to him. Don't go to him. Wait. You don't need to kill him. You don't need to do anything to him. It's fucking Shen. Just go crab. We saw Kha'Zix is still
But
your
isn't
top
this
side.
like way too risky though?
No, Kha'Zix is your top side. Syndra is back. Soraka is bot. What is Senna gonna do?
Okay.
Shen is in the Shen. We saw Shen get chased down. It's about taking good. You need to back now. You have way too much gold. You have to get your zeal. It's about taking the calculated risks. You know what I mean? We knew where all of them were.
It's just because there's no vision. I don't know. I don't want to go there. But I mean,
I saw where all of them were.
if you say it like this, like who's gonna be there at most Senna? Then okay.
Yeah, that's why we got to watch the map. Senna is building trash. She's building Yomu's Ghostblade with their team. That's how bad she should have went RFC here. And Black Cleaver would have been so good here as well because of the fucking Camille and Nuno, right? For her, not for you, obviously. Don't build Black Cleaver.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
Now just freeze this. Don't touch the wave. Just freeze it. You need to just deny her.
Okay.
Yeah, just let it come in and just.
I mean,
freeze.
my instinct right now would have again just been okay, push it.
Well, why? There's no objective on the map. They're not gonna
Yeah, I
take
know,
that.
but I mean, just like from instinct.
Yeah, okay.
Like there are some I can just take them. So why
Go
should I?
with your team.
But
Go
I
with your
mean-
team. Go with your team. So you can help them with vision. Fuck the CS right now. Vision is more important. Kha'Zix is bot and Syndra is mid. Okay, kill that blue ward and go back mid, and she's gonna push it out and you can just freeze it. You go get away and ulti. Get super far away and ulti here. Yeah, good enough. Just ulti here. Yeah, perfect. Now we can go. Now we can look for yeah. This is bad. Yeah, just get out. There's nobody in front of you. There should always be somebody in front of you. Always, no matter what. Echo and Camille are throwing this game straight up. Like they're just throwing the game, literally. Like what was Syndra doing in that position? But she's allowed to do that because Echo and Syndra went to 1-3-1 because they saw it in fucking ADC or something, you know what I mean? Not much we can do there. This is the sad part of playing ADC. Like there's nothing you can do there.
Yeah, I mean the game is not lost.
It's not lost, but they look at the chat. Like they're insisting on playing 1-3-1 when Nunu wants to 5v5. Like they're just like.
But
So-
I mean, Nunu is kind of running it.
I mean, he is running it, but like you would win the 5v5 when Syndra. Look at like where the fuck was Syndra there? Like in middle of nowhere. If Echo would have fucking just not shown bot, it would have been fine. Like you needed to win that 5v5 to get a dragon as well. This was not Nunu. This one was not Nunu. This one. I mean, Nunu-
Eldora?
yeah. Just get your Phantom Dancer. That's more important. You can't go there. Just go top. There's. I mean, Echo is flanking. Yeah, this is good. I guess.
Oh, as if they live.
Yeah, fucking Soraka. Just go top.
Okay, I like
The initial instinct was good. Should have trusted my gut there. Just kill this and get out. Don't even kill the big one. Just kill the small and get out. Get out. Fighting. You are fighting. Hand fighting. Oh, mid. Stop fighting. Oh my god. Who cares about your split? Oh my god. This is such a D1 moment right there. Oh. I mean, D1 is still like top 0.01% of the.
Yeah, 0-1 something. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's still super good.
I don't know. For some
But the
reason,
mental
the
is
farther
like-
I go up, it's like the worse I feel I become. Like when it was D4, it was like, oh my god, I'm so good at this game. Like, what am I top 1%?
You don't need to.
then-
Don't go that far. You don't need to be here. The wave is gonna come. Just let it come. Just let it come. The closer it is to you, the better, because the next wave has more time to arrive. Why are you hitting this? Just let it stay here. They're losing shit now. You can't contest Baron anyways, can you?
Yeah.
You can kill the big one when it kills enough minions. When it kills the cannon, you didn't need to kill it now. Oh, he doesn't even go to the cannon. Yeah. Don't hit him. Just tank him. You can tank him here. That's fine. Just tank him. Yeah. Now you can kill the big one. Kill the big one, because the next wave is arriving. Kill this. Yeah. Now just let it stay there. Let it stay there for the next wave. Yeah. Now you're just getting everything, and they're losing shit. Kill the wave faster. Yeah, shit, a bit faster so it gets what's the word? I don't fucking know. Like making the wave less big. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Watch
like
top.
thinning.
Yeah, thinning. There you go. Then that's it. You can't win that fight anyways. You being there doesn't change anything. Like you legit
Okay,
never
so I
win
just
that.
stay mid, or
Yeah, you just stay mid. There's nothing you can do.
Okay.
They're gonna flame you if they're gonna lose, but like, what can you do then? Tell me. Like, nothing. You just have to
Yeah.
stay mid. Like, you should not fight there. There is no reason to fight there. They didn't kill anybody, and they're gonna be like, Caitlyn, why are you not there? And it's like, well, yeah, I guess I'll just fucking pentakill them. Don't need to hit him. Just hit the big one. Kill the big one. That's all you need to do. So it doesn't fucking maul the minions down as fast as he does. Oh my god, I hate supports that do this. It's like, yeah, you need gold, but like, I can actually win us the game potentially.
I mean, right now it's looking kind of hard.
I mean, yeah, but like, is him getting that CS is gonna make it look fucking less hot? He's brand, he makes it hot. Quite literally. Just go get your, yeah, another seal. We're going for full carry mode. At least we got 2 early dragons. I mean, we won bot side pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really. I think we were still fine in the game.
Yeah.
Until like Nuno was like mid and T consistent. He was like, yeah, we keep fighting, even though we were like 3v4 and he just wanted to go in.
This is a bait. This is Shen. He's gonna lead you to hold the whole team and you're gonna die. Yeah, what did I say?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even bother to come.
Just go kill mid. There's nothing you can do there. Like, how is this not the most obvious fucking thing? Yeah, Shen is walking into his jungle alone. And I mean, into your jungle alone, and suddenly leading you into a specific, very specific location. I wonder what is this? Must be a free kill.
Oh shit, you're dead.
I mean,
yeah, again on this game.
Yeah.
Well, unlucky, I guess, but
yeah, I mean, you're strong right now. If they respawn in 10 seconds, if they decide to troll this like they're doing right now, you can Q this like from far away. You can attack them. This is like there's nothing you can do besides attack.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
she predicted your flash, or was that after the fucking thing?
No. I mean, shouldn't have flashed in a straight line to her?
Yeah, I
but
mean, yeah, that's true. Like, report echo
I don't
flame.
know. That's like, if she can abuse me like that, then
Yeah.
what can I do?
That I mean, the game is over. She got carried.
Yeah, even if I kill her there, but still.
GG. All right. So, do you have any questions about that?
I mean, mainly I think. Do you have like it's like more specific because now that you mention it about my wave management, do you have like any specific like videos that go like deeper into wave management that you can
like-
recommend or something like that?
I try to find some, but honestly, there's not enough on the internet to go. Like, probably look at LS and stuff, but he can kind of like overplay the freeze. But he's really good at explaining it, and he's really good at like. There's like LS video about freezing with like the proper editing. Look for LS freezing, something like that. It can really like give you a good idea of what to do with it. But like, generally, I don't think there's a good. There's also a skill cap video of like freeze to win or something like that. Freeze for free or something like that, basically, right? So I would look into that potentially, and besides that,
I mean trading, but I mean that was like what I was mentioning, that my trading's really bad.
I think if you're gonna take a look at this water I'm gonna send you, like this 2 hour 30 like coaching session we did, you're gonna see a lot of like patterns where you could have traded, because I called out a bunch of them, and you can pause and see like for yourself. And then this obviously game you're gonna see this game as well, and you can call out, you can check that game out and see like the patterns there and stuff. If you want to, you can do a WOD review, but like I think there's just for now enough stuff like trading, wave control, positioning, choosing between minions and fighting and stuff, resetting, all of that. I think is enough to work on for now.
Yeah.
And there's obviously gonna be stuff in the fucking WOD I'm gonna send you that you're gonna look at. There's also more stuff like that we didn't even discuss.
Yeah, I mean there's like. You can go on endlessly. I mean, But I think generally in this session there's like good amount of stuff we talked about.
Yeah.
I think like.
Yeah, I think.
And even I mean I don't know what you said like in the one game where
You'll see.
said you just talk over it, but I think if I watch that then
and plus this, it's
try to
gonna.
implement it. Yeah,
You have plenty on your hands for now.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for the session. Do you have any questions?
Just like in general, I guess, because I said that my goal was to go into pro play one day, or at least it's a dream. Let's call it that. Do you have like any recommendations where you can start, or at what level you should look at starting it, like a challenger, or do you think you can go for like a local team, or should you only go for like a, like I guess main league or prime league team?
No, you need to start small. You need to learn like how to play 5v5. Even playing in like a fucking gold team gives you more experience in a 5v5 than just playing solo queue. Like, there's also gonna start like if you get the masters and you like, find like a sort of like a master tier team or something. You know what I mean? And you start playing with that and you start like whisking it up in the like minor leagues, playing like some tournaments and stuff. That's gonna give you like a whole different perspective on league that you can apply also in solo queue games, and you can apply like to climb faster. It's a really good experience. They just put it like that. So it's honestly worth to like look for like don't think you're gonna like go big with like a fucking Diamond 1 master tier team and you're gonna like destroy everything. You know what I mean? Just like
just not expected.
Play for experience.
Yeah, in the country I'm from, the esports kind of small still.
Oh, where are you from? Aren't you from Germany?
No, from Austria.
Oh, yeah, Austria. Yeah.
And I mean, still Germany's like the big neighbor, I guess. So a German team wouldn't really be a big issue.
Yeah, because it's basically the same language, right?
Yeah.
Swiss, German, Austrian. It's like really. Plus, you can look for an English-speaking team if you're speaking. I mean, you can speak English.
Sure. I mean, most teams have players from all countries. Like a lot of Swedish players are in Germany, which I found kind of interesting. Like on every team you see some Swedish dude.
Yeah, because trust me, Nordic countries have like they're really small.
It's big.
Yeah, no, it's the esports are really big because the cultural differences. It's more like they're more like closed down. They're more like focused on their own shit, and they're like very passive, which is really good for like League of Legends because like this shit gets tilting. Somebody that like doesn't really give a shit is like much more valuable. That like somebody that's like super hot headed. You need. Like plus in Northern Europe it's like often dark, like it gets dark really fucking fast, so like there's not much to do, you know what I mean? Like people stay home more.
I mean it's cold constantly.
Yeah, I mean it's the temperature is actually not that bad, but I mean I guess it's Austrian temperature is more like hot anyways because you're in a different, you know, the thing you're like slightly.
Yeah, sure, it depends where you are. I mean, we have a lot of mountains and
and the thing is,
we are known for skiing.
Why you'll see a lot of like Swedish people in the German leagues is because Swedish League of Legends scene is so ass. Like it has really good CS scene. It has really good what else do we have really good? It has other really good like I don't know like some other games. I can't think of anything like hockey or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if we're talking specifically esports, League of Legends is like so bad for Sweden. The only like proper tournament is like the Gathering in Norway. That's like a LAN that happens every year, and then probably Nordic games, if you know those are, and those are basically like the whole like the Scandinavian countries that play each other. It's like it's ass as fuck. There is no structure. Well, like CS:GO, Sweden is like super fucking next level. It's like there's tournaments all year long. There's like fucking dream hacks going on and shit. But that's because partly Riot's fault, partly because Sweden grew up on CS. Like everybody played CS in Sweden. Like
I mean in Austria there's like no esport, like no way what game you look at. I mean we have like I think 9 professional teams, like not even professional but like semi-professional north of Austria, and.
Yeah, just look for an English-speaking team or a German one. Like the Germans have a lot of like leagues and shit.
Yeah.
Especially the Prime League is like filled with Germans.
Yeah, I just started looking into it.
Yeah. I mean, you're Diamond 1 Master, you should just give it a go, you know, nobody's gonna get hurt, and you're gonna learn a lot of experience, you can apply it in your,
Sure.
like, solo queue games, and it's gonna help in the future, plus it's gonna help give you, like, a different perspective, because, like, you can theorize with other people, not just, like, yourself and, like, a couple friends or something, you know, like, this is, like, people at your level that, like, see the game differently from you, plus coaches, analysts, all that, if the team is, like, serious, and obviously, yeah, it's a good thing, just go for it.
Okay, no. And I mean, like I told you before, I'm in the military currently
Yeah.
until January or February. And after that, I'll just try to dedicate like half a year to make it possible to go into the pro scene. And I mean, yeah, look if it goes somewhere. I mean, I really hope so. And
I hope so too, man. Best of luck.
yeah, I try to put in a lot of effort, and I think your coaching session helped a lot because I started to notice some mistakes of mine, like for example, positioning or some shit. But having someone exactly point out what it is, or
Yeah.
like trading like the exact like
A moment, like
the moment when it happens when you
yeah,
actually
exactly,
have
and like
a window to trade.
how to apply it, not to just, you know, oh,
Yeah.
this is, you know, you're doing this bad. It's like, you know, you do this way so you can apply it later, right? You like punish them for step ups here, make them choose, you know, like move, like apply, you know, can I change anything in the fights? All of that stuff is like important to like actually improving, because if you don't, if you just basically like. If you just basically like, if I just told you like, oh, you're shit at positioning, you shit at like fighting, it's like, well, but like, how do I get better at that, right? So like,
Yeah, exactly.
that's-
Oh, okay, thanks, man.
Thanks, man. I'm shit at the game. I guess I'm 0.1% for no reason at all. Yeah, you're best. You're top 5K in whole Europe West. So
Yep.
yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, you dropped a lot. You dropped like 800 ranks by losing these 2 games. You were 4.8K.
I mean, Master, like when you win 1 game, you skip 800 people. So
Yeah, I know, man.
Master 0 LP, I think is 3,000.
Oh, there is
And,
3,000? Last time I checked, it was 2,000, right?
No, it's 3,000.
Oh,
And
oh.
if you win 1 game, you go 2,200. I mean, everyone camps Master now at the end of season, I guess.
Yeah, that's what people do. Just play 10 games. Don't play for 10 days, play
Yep.
10 games.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, that's not product. That's just like for... Plus a lot of boosters go to Master and sell accounts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Any other questions?
No, I think that pretty much covered it all.
All right. I'm glad to hear that, and thank you for the session. And I hope
No, thank you, man.
I hope you have success generally.
Yeah, thank